already in the course, and I've really been seeing an amazing design from some of you. I've been getting some messages on my WhatsApp, on Slack, and people are trying to do something. All right, so I still have some persons still having some one or two things to understand in the course. So in this particular live session, we will be tackling all of that. Okay, or everything that has to do with the ideology of the designs you create, the concept of what you do when you want to do your designs and all of that. Okay. So, but before we will start on that, all right. In 5 minutes, I want to get some little feedback on how the next module that you guys have that has been added for you guys, how it has been, and then what are the small challenges that you've been facing before I allow my guests to have a little time with you guys, a little discussion with you, and then I will introduce him over to you guys so that you can hear from him for a few minutes, and then we go to the day's business. All right. So how has the we're gonna do it in order right now. Okay. So if you want to say something, you just raise your hand. So the what you'll be talking about will be based on what you've learned so far. I'm going to just 10 minutes. We will do all of that for 10 minutes. So just what you've learned so far, how it has been, and then you just another person goes up. All right. So we can do all of that. All right. So if you want to say something right now, just please raise your hand so that we'll just have all of that. Okay. So I believe Jabena, so Abednego, your hands are up because of this. So Nasir, please go ahead. Let's hear from you. Unmute your mic and let's hear from you, please.
Hello.
Yeah, I think your network is bad.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. My question is that up to now, I didn't pay the money for the registration for the U design, but I don't know whether they can give me opportunity to pay it on Monday.
Okay. Yeah, for that, you don't have an issue. As long as you still have access to the course for now. So you can pay up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Abednego, let's hear from you, please.
All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon,
We have
sir.
to Abednego here.
Yes, I'm Ashon. I think I'm the one on next. You
Oh,
are after me.
okay.
Okay, okay. Oh, I didn't know that we have more than one. Oh, I'm sorry. So, yeah,
That is
I'm not
nice.
sure. Go, please
All
go
right.
ahead,
So,
please.
okay. Okay. My issue is that the links that were sent to me to my email since this course started, I click on all of them. None of them took me to the learning portal. I sent an email to complain about it. I got no response. So I don't know if there's anything I can do. Actually, I've got some basic knowledge of US design before. So I think I should still be able to meet up with everything if only I can have access to the course.
All right. So, are you on our Slack channel?
The Slack channel refused me to enter, telling me I need invitation from the administrators, and I sent a reply, as in I sent an email, like a reply the email that was sent to me, but I've got no reply from them.
All right, that's fine. Just I'm dropping my message, my phone number here on this call. Just send me a WhatsApp message. I'll help you
Okay,
on that. Yeah.
all right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Ogori Abednego, please go next, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Uh, like seriously, the course has been a wonderful one, and I've learned a lot. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And the only thing that I want to say is that while working on the Figma, um, you're following you. There are times you kind of review your work, and I'll be like, how is this done? Like while you are working on the Figma, you go to another page to check how what you are doing looks like and stuff like that. But I can't do it for my end, so that's the only challenge I have. Thank you.
All right, that's fine. We'll sort all of that in this meeting. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Olani Adeosun. Adeosun, please go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Good
good
afternoon,
afternoon.
sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I just want to say that if it's possible, if we most of the courses, if we can have like a transcript of what you are saying, because there are times you mention some shortcuts, and I find it difficult, getting them. And I noticed that sometimes if you miss something, you might not get the exact, just one step. You might not get the exact thing as you know, yourself. So I think if we can have a transcript of it, or if we have something like a course book, so that one can also follow and all that, I would appreciate.
Okay. Thank you very much, Olani. I'll try as much as possible to get you guys a file for you guys to study too. All right. Okay. So until then, just go to the course. On this particular meeting, I'll make sure I sort one or two things for you guys so that you have understanding of the things I did while while we were while I was teaching you guys in the previous one. All right, no problem. I'll look into that. Okay, so Toby, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good
Um,
afternoon.
Sorry, unfortunately, this is my first time of joining the class. I've been missing some classes and I've not been able to create time to start joining class. So this is my first time. So I actually want to I know about the payment and the class you guys have done so far. So I just want to know how far I can catch up and about the payment and everything.
All right,
Thank you.
so the courses are there, the videos are there, so you can catch up if you take your time to go through the videos. It's a self-paced course, so the videos are always there for you, so nobody's missing out on anything. So all you just need to do is just go over to the courses and start accessing the videos from the beginning to the end, and then you just follow up. All right, but you just dedicate some time, some hours to go through the videos. You will definitely catch up. Then for the payments, yes, you're required to pay 20,000 naira to the university account via the Remitter platform. So currently, they've not really given us that go ahead to really take you guys off yet. So that's why some of you are still there. All right, but I can't guarantee you guys next week. So they've been giving you guys lots of grace for those that have not actually made the payments. So I feel they have actually tried for that. All right. So if you have the money now and you want to make payment between now and Monday, please do that
All right.
before anything happens. Yeah.
Okay. If I have any issue, can I send a mail? Can I send an email to you?
Are you on our Slack channel?
No, not yet.
I don't my phone number here on this call. Check if you see it. Chat me over WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll check. I'll
Yeah.
check.
If you use my mail, the mail might actually go down because I receive lots of mails per day. So
Okay, okay, okay. I've seen your phone number. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you.
all right, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so James Oshutogu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it very well.
Oh, it's fine. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good
My name
afternoon.
is James Oshotogun. The class has been very insightful for me and also quite educative. I think you have answered one of my questions, and at least I'll be able to reach out to you for some certain things. There are some little tweaks that I'm unable to get, and I'll reach out to you as regards that. Sometimes one of them I had to contact someone and then was able to assist me. But then I'll always reach out to you for that. Then number two is on the website, it's still showing the where am I going to get the remitter link to make the payment? And I thought it was still showing the 60,000 naira or something.
Okay, you're not paying through the platform. All right. The email was sent to you about on payments. That mail contains all the things you do, the different steps to take to the remitter platform. But if you don't have that, just chat me up. I will send it to you and all the steps to make the payments. Don't pay the 60,000 naira there on the platform, all right?
Okay.
All right, so just chat
Okay.
me up.
So,
Are you on Slack?
yes, but it's not quite consistent.
No problem. Chat me up on WhatsApp. I will help you with that.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. All right, Aminu, we have 2 minutes. Aminu, please go ahead. Aminu Muazu. Okay, if Aminu is not
Yeah, good afternoon,
okay,
sirs.
yeah, good afternoon.
Actually, I want to commend your effort for the great job well done.
Thank you
Actually,
very much.
it's a great job, and at the same time, it's something that required to give a big honor beyond what the school has offered. Thank you very much. Kudos to you, sir. So my
Thank
questions are two. The first one is, I'm in an Android phone, which was unable to download Slack. Presently, I'm not on Slack at all, and I'm on Telegram.
okay.
That is number one. Number two, now sometimes it requires us to go through the video often again before we can get because it requires to design it. So I say, is there any way that the video can be in a downloadable format that we can use maybe offline while we are sometimes network might not allow us to go straight based on weather, climate, stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe we can have be able to be downloading the videos and be practicing it at our own end often like that.
All right. So for now, we've not really tweaked our technology for it to be downloadable. Now, as in downloadable to the system itself, not to your device. All right, because we are not encouraging anyone to download it to their device because it's a paid course. So anybody that downloads it to their device can easily transfer it to another person. Okay. So we haven't completed our technology in terms of supporting the website. Just like the way YouTube, you can download your YouTube to your YouTube site. We're looking at making that also if possible. Once we do that, you should be able to download it to your device so that you don't spend the number of data you spend to always watch the video again. Yeah, it could be like that, but those are the sacrifices we make for learning online like this. All right. So but then we are still working on a mobile app. So the mobile app would enable you to download it to your device. So that's when that one comes out, you should be able to do that before we look at the website itself. But for now, you just have to manage with us on that. All right.
All right. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
All right, guys. There are a lot of hands up here, so I may not be able to take everybody because of time. If I do that, we may not go to this business. All right, everyone. So I have someone here with us. Mr. Hold on, please. So I sorry guys. A call came to my device. So I wanted it out. All right. So I have Mr. Daniel Dabiri with us. So he's a UI UX designer. He's a software engineer. He's also a tech enthusiast, and he has over 6 years of experience in this field. So he has lots of track records, creating amazing design, intuitive user design. He has been working for a lot of company. He's actually a UI UX designer, okay, and he has a vast understanding of user behavior and psychology. So most times he uses what he has to create amazing design, user-friendly design actually. He's also skilled with different tools like Sketch, Adobe XD, and Figma. All right, and he has a very amazing eye when it comes to design in terms of the colors, the blending of all of that. So when he sees your designs, he can just easily detect what is wrong with your design. So he's currently in Ghana, All right, so he's a Nigerian though, but he resides in Ghana, and he has been doing a lot. He's also a mobile app developer, in case you don't know that. All right, and he has a very large knowledge in JavaScript, Python, and Java as well. All right, so there are a whole lot you will learn from him. All right, so basically Daniel is just a passionate tech person. All right, so he will just be giving us some little just talk to us, encourage us, tell us what we need to know about what we need to know about this space we've joined, the challenges, the benefits, and all the things that he feels that you guys should put in mind why you are actually a product designer. Okay, so all of these Daniel will be giving it to us on a platter of gold. So he's a friend, a very good friend of mine, and I'm sure you would enjoy the conversation with him because he's really passionate, and you will feel the passion from his voice when he starts talking here. All right, so everyone, let's make welcome Mr. Daniel Dabiri. Mr. Daniel, thank you very much for joining me in this meeting. So you can introduce yourself and let them know you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel Dabiri. I believe everybody can hear me, right?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
great. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Velvet has actually said everything he needs to say about me, and I will not really talk much about, my achievements so far. But it's a great privilege, joining this kind of meeting, and which has to do with UI UX. And I've seen some couple of people appreciating the work so far, but I can assure you that at the end of the day, you are not just only going to appreciate in terms of by words. Trust me, you appreciate with a lot of things, because this journey you have started is a journey that you would never, let me just put it that way, and I'm so sure about it. Beyond my professionalism, we have also seen it. I mean, we've had a lot of experience. Okay, when it comes to uh, this career as a UI UX designer. I'm just going to talk about my UI UX designing skills. As to experience. I will not touch the software engineering part, the mobile app development part. But the funny thing is that all these things are interconnected, like they are just connected together. And either you like it or not, I am quite sure here we have over 115 people. So I'm sure that 85% of you guys, after your UI UX design, probably 4 or 5 years, you did like to, up as a software engineer, either mobile apps. And trust me, that's where you will see the interesting factor about what you are doing. I mean, what you have learned so far. And one key thing I want you to know about the UI UX design is that it is not all about the tools. Like you are a tech genius when it comes to using Figma, or you are very, very good when it comes to any prototyping tools. No, that's not what UI UX design is all about. UI UX design is all about creating intuitive, very, very, very nice UI with a great understanding of the user that is going to be using these interfaces. So if you think building or designing a very, very nice UI, that makes it a UI UX, no. I believe by now we already have the basic knowledge about the theoretical idea of UI UX, which is user interface and the user experience. These two guys work together, and trust me, throughout your journey as a UI UX designer, you will be using it a lot. As you are designing, you have to be considering the users who will be using these things. And one of the thing I always advise people whenever I'm being asked to talk about my experience when it comes to UI UX is that, trust me, you are going to be criticized a lot. I mean, criticism will not be, sorry to say, this is not a curse. Technologically, I mean, this will be something you'll be getting every day. And please, don't be depressed, don't be discouraged. It's part of the job. Because if you're not criticized, if you're not challenged, you move to the next stage. Some of us, that's why we can design today and it will be accepted on one review. It's not that that's how we started. No, we have always been, we have always been releasing different types of designs. Sometimes the product manager will not like it. Sometimes the reviewer might say, no, guy, this is not it. Okay. So these are the things that has helped us. So you should be ready to share your design with people around you. Nobody should criticize. Okay, nobody should be don't probably underestimate anybody, a user around you. Sorry to say, even your family member can even tell you if a UI is good. And not just only that, allow them to feel it. And one of the wonderful thing that has really helped us when it comes to UI UX is that the technology keeps improving every day. Figma keeps adding wonderful features. Okay, even Sketch, Adobe SD, these guys keeps adding wonderful features. So trust me, you can't know it all. You can't know how to use the Figma. I mean, even there was a day I was meeting with the product manager, and one of my product manager, and he was like, "Oh, Daniel, this thing we have it." I said, "Wow." I was shocked. And when I went online, I was able to get it and I was able to implement it. And that's how we learn. Now I've gotten the idea, I've gotten the new feature added to my stack, and that is wonderful. And the person I'm talking about is even here. But anyway, just by the way. So you see, so trust me, guys, you are one, or individually, actually, you are so fortunate to be doing this. And trust me, the next couple of years to come, you will appreciate this whole thing. When I started as a UI UX designer, we're not having this kind of platform. That was way back 2012, 2013. Okay, that was when I started the journey. And it was not easy at all, because at that time, we're not having a lot of resources to be able to learn. So we have to struggle to read books. Gone are those days, right? Where you read books, you sit down behind your phone and you start reading books. But nowadays, we have videos, right? We have videos that will take you through all these things. And it's so wonderful, just like the way you guys have the flexibility right now to stay at your comfort zone and learn all these things. Those days we were not having it, but yet we're still able to strive and make sure we get this thing done. And one key thing that you should try much as possible to do every day when you wake up, try and digest everything around you. Trust me, UI UX designing is not the technological aspect as to the way you see it when you watch the video. It is nature, like what is around me, the kind of colors we have, the structure, the layout of your room. And if you look at it very well, you start making changes to your environment. Every day I arrange my room. Every day I have to arrange my room, because you get new concepts about layouting. You get new concepts about colors. You see maybe you go out for a function. When you go out and you see some kind of people, wearing different types of clothes, you should be able to criticize their colors. Okay, wow, this girl, she's putting red on pink, yellow on indigo, violet, sky blue. This is what makes you a good UI UX designer. You should be able to criticize anything you see around you. Trust me. You should be able to ask questions. Why is this person putting on this? Why is this billboard? There's no way I'll be going out. I like sitting at the end of, let me say, the side of the car, if it is a public transport, or if I'm in my car. I like looking around because I'm looking for billboards. Because there are a lot of intuitive designs that you can learn around. So you don't actually need to be watching videos before you become a very, very successful and a very, very good UI UX designer. You can as well learn from your surrounding. Okay, so the type of colors your own favorite color should also be something you should look at very well. And please, whenever you are tasked to design, make sure you consider the users. When it comes to your own opinion, yours is to do what the user wants. So don't say, I like blue, so I have to make sure that the UI looks, have the scheme of, the bluish kind of thing. No, you are not the user of this app. Even though in the future you might want to use it, but trust me, you are not supposed to be considered yet. The person who's supposed to be considered, or the people who are supposed to be considered, are the users of the system. So these are the people that you should be expecting to criticize this thing, because these are the people that will use it. And when it comes to the financial part of this thing, oh my God, if you don't have a car right now, in a few years to come, you should. If you don't have a house of your own, you should, if you know what you are doing. if you are here to move on to another stage in life, you would, because this course is going to take you to another level. I mean, it's not, I mean, I've seen a lot of people that started this thing 2 years ago. Now they are financially free because there's no way. We have a lot of jobs out there. Remotely, we have a lot of jobs. Locally, we have a lot of jobs. So you do not need to strive to say, okay, I'm looking for a job. You can be in your comfort zone and you'll be employed and you'll be getting a good pay. I think the average salary in the US dollar, one of my colleagues is taking right now, is around, I think, $2,000 to $2,500. And the guy is even a junior designer, a junior UI UX designer. What if you are now a mid-level or a senior UI UX designer? We have stages actually. We have the junior, mid-level, and the senior. So as you grow in your career path, not the number of years, but the number of portfolios, you should be ready to sacrifice. Your first job after this course might not be well paying, but trust me, it's going to add to your portfolio. I remember in the past, I actually did a lot of what was it called, free jobs. And why I did the free jobs was because I wanted to add to my portfolio. I want to know more. In a day, I can do like 4, 5, 6, 7 designs because I just want to be a better version of myself. And today I can pick up, just tell me any kind of app you want. Oh, Daniel, we want this app to do A, B, C, D. Good. Then I'll take every step. And I'm sure, sorry, this talk is not for me to go, into details, technically speaking, as to the steps. But one key note that I want you guys to keep as you are, in your journey when it comes to UI, UX, and as well in this particular course, is that we have concepts, we have rules and regulation, we have tradition, we have culture when it comes to all these things. So there's no way you can avoid some of these things, and you have to know it. You have to know it. No matter the video, when you go to, there are a lot of videos out there, but you guys are just fortunate that you have one specifically pointing to UI, UX. So you don't have to, go about, move around before you get what you are looking for. Now, in order to be a very, very successful UI, UX designer, I'm closing with this. You have to learn 4 key things. 4 key things have to be part of you, no matter what. This is not a principle of UX, but a principle of UI. There's something we called crap. Sorry, it's not a word crap, like something which is bad or something crap. No, it's not a vulgar word. It is an acronym. Let me put it that way. And the first key thing is the contrast. You being able to know how to organize your design, the emphasis, the focal points. What is the use? What are the key things, or what are the key components of your design? You have to be able to know all these things. And the second one is the repetition. You have to make sure you are consistent with your UI. Don't make your screen A to be blue and the screen B to be indigo. No, don't do that. You have to be consistent. Now we have Facebook, we have wonderful platforms out there. And these platforms, when you look at it carefully, you see that you have never for once go to YouTube or any learning management, either Edify or probably resources management platform to go and watch video on how to post on Facebook, how to add how to send friend requests on Facebook, how to send WhatsApp messages. Even our mummies, people in their 40s and 50s can now use WhatsApp. This is so interesting. Do you know why? Because they follow the rules. The designers follow the rules. Okay, so you actually don't need to be watching videos to use some of these applications. So the same thing is expected of you. Because at the end of the day, when you design some of these things, when you develop some of these things, you are not, your design shouldn't be something that they will create, we call it manual. Gone are those days. Look at when you buy something from, a new thing, probably a gadget, it comes with a manual. It's gone are those days that we look at the manual. Some people don't even need it because they know how to operate it. They see it as, oh, this thing is simple to map. It's simple to operate. So that's the same expectations. These are the same expectations that has been expected from you at the end of the day. So don't forget, you are not challenging anybody. You are not competing with anybody. You are over 139 years right now. You are not competing. It's not all about who is the best. It is who can design something meaningful, seamless, user experience focus, nice UI for the users. And the third one is alignment. Okay, like I said, the first one is contrast, the second one is repetition, the third one is alignment. You should be able to organize. For some of you, maybe your personal room might not be organized right now, but trust me, when as you continue with this in this journey, you will realize that alignment is very, very key as a UI UX. On your table of work or where you are working, either in your office, you try much as possible to put everything in place. It helps you psychologically. And this is one key thing I do tell a lot of UI UX designers not to do away with. You have to understand how human thinks. There's something we call human computer interaction. You have to understand how the human interact with UI. You have to understand how anybody can use software like WhatsApp without tutorial, Facebook. Someone mentioned that Slack is not, I think he used the word consistent. I'm trying to get the word again. The truth means because Slack was not designed for any kind of person. It has its own audience. Facebook is designed for everybody. That is why it's a social platform. WhatsApp is designed for everybody. So you can't compare the experience of WhatsApp with Slack. So you also have to know that it is not all about simplicity. You also have to understand the goal of the organization. What does the organization require from you? Then now, when you now consider the organization, because these are the first clients you have, then the next client you are going to have is the user. So you have to understand all these things. The same UI you design, the same concept of UI you design for company A will be different from company B, because some of these companies might probably have different users they are dealing with. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful to when in your choose of colors, concept, principles as well, because you have to narrow it down to the company specification. So that's about alignment. Then the last but not the least is the proximity. Okay, makes elements seems related. Make sure your UI and the US is understandable. Okay, make sure. So the whole world is crap. When you have this at the back of your mind as you are designing, trust me, oh my God, they said the sky is the limit or something. But trust me, that's not going to be, because you'll be flying. And people will respect you professionally. They will surely respect you. Whatever you do, you'll be respected. So I think for now, this is what I can say, because I don't really know how much of time I was given. So I'm going to open the floor for questions. I don't know if I'm permitted to do that. If you have any question based on what I've said so far, or you have something you have been, that has been bothering your mind as to, you're asking yourself, am I doing the right thing? Thank God this is not a university degree that you are being forced by the environment, you are being forced by your parents, you are being forced by maybe your mentor or your guardian. No, this is an open thing. So you chose to be here. So automatically, in few years to come, you will appreciate all these things. So like I said, if you have any question, you can raise up your hands and we will attend to it. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Daniel, I thank you so much for this. All right. So guys, we have from now till 10 minutes from now. Let's ask the questions. So Mr. Daniel, you can see those that their hands are up. I'll suggest you just call them one after the other for them to ask their question.
Okay, good. In addition to that, I would post the summary of the CRAP word, the principle, to the in-call messages. Okay, so you can just have it over there for your, and like I said, there are many principles out there. Okay, you can go online and get more, ideas about it, because this floor, this not, this thing alone is a tutorial on its own, trust me, even 1 hour tutorial. So it's not, but I've given you guys a summary, to get you started with it. Okay, so please, your questions, please. Okay, you asked me to call out the names. Okay.
Just check the people. You would see that.
But say, can you do that for me, Mr. Weber? Can you do that for me, please? Yeah, please. So I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, go to Paul. You can ask a question, please. Paul, can you hear me? Okay, seems you're not. Aminu Muazu. I mean, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. I really appreciate the enlightenment about the UI UX design. My first question is based on the discussion so far you highlighted. We said after this design, after the learning, let me put it that way, after the learning, we can have the opportunity of working from our comfort of our home. That is number one. Number two, some of us presently now we got this opportunity through some certain link. And how we can get connected, because I've seen that it's a very deep challenge now that I have to learn it by fire by force if I want to keep living or having a means I wish I want to do. After the learning, how will I get connected, or how will I get in contact? How you can see some of my designs after the old learning that you can now put me through into the market where I can start making little by little from my comfort of my home. Or because some of us are coming from some interior part of some places. Precisely, I'm coming from an interior part. Let me say rural area precisely. So anyhow you
Interior,
can
okay.
do that. Thank you very much.
Anyway, okay. So Aminu, trust me. um, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. Okay, I'm not going to create some kind of experience that you never get in your life or something. Maybe because fingers are not equal, right? I believe you know that. And when it comes to IT, no matter where you are, even if you are in an isolated environment whereby probably it's as far as anything you can call it, you can still get a job. But one key thing I don't want you to forget, take this very, very carefully and keep it. Connection is very, very key. And that is why we have the social platforms. Connection is very, very key. You don't need to know the person. Okay, you don't need to know the person that is going to give you the job physically, or maybe you already have let's say some interaction with the person on social media. You don't need to do that. And there are plenty platforms. I mean, there are many platforms where you can upload or showcase your designs, and from there people will start reaching out to you. And one of the beautiful platforms to do this is LinkedIn. I found out that most of our youths or young ones who have not really started their career journey are not on LinkedIn. And I do ask myself, why? Why are they not on LinkedIn? But these people are on Facebook. You are there socializing. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be building your connection list so that when you are ready to start making money, and please, you said little money. You're not going to make little money. Someone of your type is making $1,000. Convert it to Naira. I am not sugarcoating. It's out there. You will go to LinkedIn, register, connect with UI UX designers, seniors, mid-levels. You start seeing their posts. From there, when they start seeing what you can do, they will connect you. And the IT world is so broad. I mean, right now, a company can engage more than 50 UI UX designer. And please don't forget this. UI UX designer has his own levels as well. You are not just called UI UX designer. Okay, I don't know if it's part of the course, but I'm sure you will get to know about that in the future, if not now. UI UX designer also are just like the way we have engineering. Engineering is a big word. Under engineering, we have civil engineering, computer engineering, electrical electronic engineering, all sorts of engineering courses. So that's the same way we have UI UX designer. Okay, so trust me, there are many platforms out there that you can use to connect yourself to the next job. So, and you should start now. You don't need to finish this course before you start doing this, guys. Trust me, if you want to start earning after, let's say 3 months or 6 months after this course, because your instructor or Mr. Velvet will not be there and you would, after this course, you just be there without doing anything. No, you are going to get a value, return on investment on this course you have taken. And there are still more courses which will be released. And I will tell you, as you are making your money, please be improving your skills. Don't just be making the money and be keeping it, because trust me, one day what you think you know will be obsolete. The way you design, your design methodology, design skill sets will be obsolete. So I mean, please try much as possible to connect yourself right now. Go to platforms that you can get connected. Facebook also is a good place to do that, but LinkedIn is designed specifically for this. Professional career owners are there. So you just need to go there and start adding people, start showcasing your talent, start writing articles. Okay, I think that is the answer to your
I really
question, please.
appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
I like it. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. I really appreciate that. What best, David? You have a question for him? So we won't be able to take everybody's question, okay? Just few of us. Okay, Chinedu, your hands up. You can ask a question. Umeozo, Chinedu.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, I just have one question. Um, Considering the amount of UI UX designers that are coming in every, do you think the market will ever get saturated at some point in time, having many people in the same particular field? That's my question.
Okay, sir. This is a wonderful question, and I want to commend you for that, because it's very, very something that you need to be asking yourself. Trust me, like I said, UI US will not just be the only career you guys will pursue. In the future as well, you will want to pursue more careers. Okay, so I will answer this short so that other people can also ask their question. Okay, so now the thing is that the question I'm going to return back to you, sir, and I want you to answer me, please. We all know Gary, right? Do you know Gary?
Yes, I know that.
You know Gary, good. Have you ever seen in the media or maybe on TV, billboards where they're advertising Gary?
Not soon.
No, you can't. You don't need to, because what I mean, the people that will eat Gary don't need it to be advertised. It has already been there. So same as there's no way UI US career or community will be probably crowded. Never, because companies keeps developing products and they need it because we have billions of users out there. And as long as every day we are having people, sorry to use this for everybody, we're gonna laugh about this, sleeping together, giving birth, trust me, is even adding more. Is adding more to our community, because there's someone who is 15 years old today and started using Facebook. Someone who is even 10 years old and started using Facebook, started using apps. Okay, so I'm telling you the truth. Just go out there and look at the way we have millions of companies looking for UI UX designer. And I'm going to drop it to Mr. Velvet after this course. We are not going to give it to you now. After this course, you are going to get 3 companies that you can go to their platform and apply. You can be in your comfort zone for years, not even stepping your leg into an office to get a job, and you will surely get a good cash. Okay, so trust me, the world is so big when it comes to UI US. Like I said, it's just like Gary. I mean, that's the best answers I can give so far about the UI US community. Okay, I hope that has answered your question.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. So, guys, I would have said let me drop Mr. Daniel's contact, but I won't do that so that you don't keep asking him questions. So we have our community. What I would do is I will try to beg him to join our Slack community. All right, I think most of the things he has said, some of us we know those things already. Like I told you guys in our board meetings and in our last meeting, I told you guys concerning the peculiarity of what you're coming in, the UI UX space. It's a large market, right? And I told us everything you see, even this Google Meet app we are using now, is something that actually they just updated Google Meet and other Google apps. I don't know if you are used to Google apps. They just made an update to almost all of their design, and I can see them on my screen right now. So the way my Google Meet was actually the way it was, but it's not the way it is now. So that's because there's always update, and the UI UX now would always be required. Even your mobile apps, your text messaging, phone calls, everything you see is in UI UX. So that means the space is really is very, very open for everyone. Okay, so because of what we have, we need to go to the day's business. We'll end our conversation with Mr. Daniel here, and I'm really glad that he joined us. Like I told us before from the beginning, before he started, that you all will love, because he's very passionate and enthusiastic about this whole profession, and he's very passionate when he talks. I told us we would enjoy it, and I'm sure we all did. So we will still have the time to bring in Mr. Daniel. Mr. Daniel. I wouldn't recommend that you talk a number. All right, but then it's a choice.
Oh no, 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 no. I would not. I would not love to do that as well.
Okay.
So the best thing, like you said, I'm saying it. I'm going to join the community, okay, and I would also be sharing some couple of resources. Like I said, you are not just going to be. We are not going to give you the knowledge and expect you to go out there and be wandering around. No, we're also going to give you the tools. I mean, to use. Okay, because we just want to make sure that you love it and you establish a good factor in the job market. Because what goes around comes around. Some of you might write up to me one day that you want to join my team. So if you are not well nurtured, if you are not well given, I mean, if let's say we fail to give you the right information, you end up coming to mess up my my ad work company. Okay, so you will surely get some of these things, and I think I have to go out right now. I have to attend to other things. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for this. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Weber, for this great opportunity. Mr. Weber,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Mr.
thank you.
Daniel.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. So guys, wow, it has been an insightful one,
Thank
I
you.
guess. All right, Mr. Daniel, can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm sure I would tell us one thing. All right, let's not miss out on our live session. All right, what I planned for you guys in this whole course. Okay, it's more like you're learning and you're being inspired by other people. All right, those two things work together. That's the thing that we don't get in our normal university standard. We just go into the school and we just start learning, and nobody's telling us what we will meet in the future and all of that. We have no idea. Some of us are just starting some courses. We don't even have an idea on how to go about it when we are out of school. And that's why we have lots of unemployed graduates right now. Okay, so the learning concept I'm introducing to this particular course is to make sure that we all get it right. And I told us, your portfolio is what matters a lot. People want to see your journey. People want to see how you started, and people want to know how far you've gone. That is why I would always recommend any design you do, even if it's not as fine as it is, just drop it and then put a little improvements. The next design will be improved. The next design will be improved. They know you are learning, but still you're telling them a message. I told you about using the LinkedIn. I told you something. I think I shared it with almost every of the cohorts, that somebody just put a design on LinkedIn. Like I just did an hospital website, an hospital site or an app, and right there, the person got a job immediately. Like people were just commenting, a nice design, and I think it was Google that actually even asked him to join their team, and he did. And of course, what Mr. Daniel told us, $2,000 a month is small money. I told us that they are always looking out for Nigeria. That's a very small money for product designers, like over there. All right. And the good thing is, you don't even need to go out. You don't need to go to anybody's office. Just stay in your room, update your profile, improve your portfolio. That was why I told us our portfolio is the key thing. By the end of today, tomorrow, we'll be dropping the list of all the different platforms for you guys to start your projects. So I wanted us to have this conversation, and then let me explain some things to you guys and do some design right here on this hour, so that you guys will get everything there. Like you guys understand these two design concepts, and then we start moving on. Because I want you guys to know, Mr. Daniel he has teams he works with, all right? So he's not the only one. So he has a team of designers that he works with. And from what he said, he might even get some of you to join him. Even myself, I might even get some of you to join me in my team too. So that we can take this whole thing to where we want you guys to be. The good thing is that every one of you here, even if you don't have any idea on UI UX, like he said, it's not how far, it's how well. You might be there for 10 years, somebody might be there for 2 months, and the person is doing crazy design because the person understands the concepts, the colors, every of those things. I know I told you guys about the user experience in the module 1. I told you guys about what you need to understand about the user itself, because you're doing your design for the users. and not for yourself. So anything you're doing, you're making the reference to what this person or whoever will be using that design or that particular platform. All right. So basically, we have a lot to go. We have a lot. Some of you would also, I'm thinking of even creating a course on a simple course on creating of websites. All right, so that you guys can, in case you don't want to use some of those platforms, you want to have your own website, so you can still go through that particular course and then know how to do your create your website, your portfolio website, and all of that. But that would come when we are into our portfolio module. All right, so guys, let me first of all tell us this particular journey you guys have started. The dividend of what you are doing now will come in the future. Some of you 2 months, some of you 1 year, some of you 6 months, but the dividend of what you guys have done will definitely come forward. And if you dedicate your time, I won't lie to you guys, some of you are really impressing me. Whenever I come to Slack, sometimes I might not be active, but whenever I come to Slack and I see some of those designs, no matter how bad it is, or no matter how good it is, no matter, I'm so excited about it because you guys are giving me the feedback. You guys are giving me that feedback that I want. You're not just learning, you are also practicing. No matter how it is, it's good to make mistakes, right? It's good to make mistakes when you are doing your design. The end point is that you will definitely improve when somebody tells you, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. This is the guide and all of that, all right? And that is why we are here. That's why we are family. That is why we are all co-workers. We are all colleagues and all of that, all right? So you guys should just hold on. Let's keep learning. But let's keep learning. That's why I'm begging you guys. But let's keep learning. That's why I'm begging you guys. Of this course. Of this course. So don't just leave this course. Continue with this course, all right? Billy, can you mute your mic? Thank you. So don't just leave this course. No matter how it is, just keep trying to make sure that you're part of the course to the end, because it's the end of the matter that justifies the means, right? So I wanted us to have all of this conversation in 1 hour. So the next hour I will start doing what I want us to do on our design. So yeah, love it, no problem. Even if you're a beginner in UI UX design, all right, you don't have an issue. You don't have an issue. Somebody say just have one skill and be very good at it. Opportunities will come to you. Just be good at it, and you must not. Don't picture the future. Don't picture you making $10,000, $5,000. No. From now, start understanding the concept of being good, being very good at the job you're doing. So when you're doing your design, compare with other design. That is why you have the internet over there. Before you start a design, there are other things you need to look at, some platform you need to go and get inspiration from. Look at the competition, the design you are doing, who are the other competitors. Look at their own design and see what is connected, what is similar, and see how you can improve yours. Before you know it, you will be doing amazing design. But the first thing you need to get is the concepts. So that is why I want us to have this conversation. I'm going to share my screen now so that we can have for what we've learned so far, those are the concepts. Because after today, the next module will be up. So I purposely did not put out the mobile for you guys. I wanted you guys to. I don't want to make this thing choke. I don't want to make this course choke you guys. I wanted you guys to take your time. So there's a reason why I did not really upload that thing of a while now. All right, the videos are already there, everything are already there. But there was a reason why I did not upload this. I wanted you guys to to be good at what you're doing. It's bit by bit. Even if you're in module 2 right now, it's fine. Take your time, understand everything, and do the design. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to share my screen, and then you're going to have some little. I'm going to give showing us how to make our design consistent. All right. Yeah, I know I've taught you guys type skill. I've taught you guys about the color and gradient and all of that. Some of you may not have gotten to that part yet, but then what I'm going to do in this particular meeting, we are going to learn right now, and I'm just going to review what I did in the course. But this time around, I'll be telling us some things while I'm doing those designs. All right. So I may not do all of them because of time, because doing designs are actually it can be time consuming. I was working on a design recently. I was trying to revamp Edify's landing page. We want to make some. I just tried to do something new. So I will share that with us so that we can have a little glimpse on that. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are
Yes,
seeing.
we can.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
okay.
can
can.
see it.
All right, that's fine. So I'm trying to do some designs, right, for 85. I want to just make some. I just want to just show us. It's just a design concept, all right. But most of these things will actually be changed in the future, all right. But I'm just thinking of some. This is not what we are using now, but because I want to look at what will happen to my platform and see how we can make it even better. So I was just thinking of designs and concepts. So that's one thing that makes us better. All right. It keeps even me as I know UI UX design, I still find my own way to see how to make myself be better with what I'm doing. And this took me over less than a day for me to implement because I know some of those my design concepts. Okay. So now guys, I know we learned this particular stuff the other time. So I'm going to reproduce this whole thing again. And then those of us that have some some concerns or maybe some things they need to know. See, I've been doing some person's design, and some of those designs I know that when we have this meeting, they will be able to know where they made their mistake and how to correct those mistakes, right? So I'll be using this particular um meeting to explain all of that. So I'm going to come down to this place here so that I want to reproduce this thing I have here. So when it's time for you to do the design, first thing I'm doing here is I'm holding my, I think I should show my own screen so that you guys will be seeing what I'm putting out here whenever I'm holding something. I think I should have even done this on the course. It would have helped us a lot. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So all right, so
Yes, sir.
whenever I press a key, you will see it on this point here. All right, so right now I'm holding my space bar. It's not even showing that. I'm holding my space bar. All right, let me see control key. So I'm holding my control. You see that I'm holding my control key. I hold my shift key. I'm holding my shift key. You can see that, right? So if I hold my tab key, okay, I think when I'm typing that, you will see that. But both my shift and my control, and even my alt key, if I hold it, you would see it. All right, so that you will know exactly what I'm pressing when doing my actions. So you guys should just pay attention to it. So, like I told us, right now I'm holding my shift key to drag this, or I press my H key, which is my hand key. This key here, that's the hand key. So it will make me to drag my screen. So that's the thing you want to know. If in case you're not using your mouse or you just want to use your hand, just use your H key to move this. Now I want to create this in my small space here, right? My pressing my V to make me to move it. Now the first thing you need to understand is when you want to do your design, you have to be consistent, all right? Create your frames. Your frames helps you with your sectioning. So the first thing you want to do is to hit the F key to give you that space. Now come down to my desktop. I want to work on desktop and choose my desktop here. If I click on this, it will give this to me. All right. Now I have this. I know that the design I want to create is going to be long, right? But the width is the same. For every laptop, we have different screen sizes. Okay. So that is why if I come to a particular this is what we're going to be working on in mobile, like not this particular one, but in the when we're working on our projects, we'll be designing this particular app. All right, so we'll be reproducing this particular app on our design in the next mode, in the next projects when we're working on our project design. All right, so but then I want you guys to see something here. Okay, let me go to a website like Google. Let me just pick up any website. So this is how you're going to understand the concept of, let me specify. This is how you're going to understand the concept of screen sizes, right? Every device, every platform has different screen sizes, right? And how you see them. So for you to know, to see how this is affecting other screen sizes, that's where you know that a particular platform is good enough, all right? I'm going to press my F12. So some of you, I want to inspect this screen, right click, inspect. So when I inspect this screen, I would see this in different devices, different screen sizes. So we can see that we have 1020. These are different screen sizes. We have that for the mobile. So some of the mobile have 320 and 5. That's how it's going to look like when you're viewing to the mobile. So me, I'm always making use of this particular one, 425, but the major thing is 414 by whichever one. But so all of them that is within 414 and above would take this screen size. So this is where most of the platform you see. This is how it appears on mobile. Then if you want to go to the tab, you see it on the tab view, how it appears on tab view, just like that. So these are the different screen sizes. So depending on your laptop size, this is how you're going to be seeing them. And then we also have your 1440, which is the one I always make use of. So if you whenever you want to look at people's website, you want to look at it in different screen size, you can just inspect your device. Maybe you can only do this on your laptop, you can't do it on your mobile phone, right? So on mobile phone, you can always inspect. Just right click and then you see inspect. Then you'll be able to see all of this. Now, this helps you to know the different screen sizes that you'll be working with and how they are going to be. So sometimes the people will tell you to do the mobile, do the tab, and then do the desktop view. So even here, you have the different, in this dimension here, you have the different screens, devices that you can make use of. You have iPhone SE, all of that. You can make changes to them. So if I want to add any other one here, I can just click on any of it here and just have access to them. For this is mobile, so anything you want to do, you can make use of them here. All right. Now, when I come down to I've created my first frame, 1440. I have different sections I want to create. I want to create for my header. I want to create for my hero section. I want to create for my let's say the customers, what customers are saying. I also want to create for my footer. Let me use those, or maybe I want to fill a form. Anytime you're doing your design, don't ever make your design not to be inside a frame. All right. So the first thing you want to do is to create a frame inside. So I just press my F key and drag my frame. This is what I did here. So I've gotten my frame. All right. Let me label this live time. All right. So I've created my frame. So this is supposed to be my header section. So let me label it and call this header section. All right. Now, in my header section, it has a height. So generally, we have height of 70, we have height of 100, we have height of 120, and all of that. Okay. So you can just come down here and give the specific height you want in the design panel. All right. So you may want to just do that, and let's give this 100, for example. So when you give your height, whenever you add up your frame, the first thing, you don't have any color inside. You don't have a color, it is empty. So the field here is empty. So even right here, you can see that it is showing white because the background of my frame is white. So this is transparent, okay? So if I change this whole section now to, let's say 7, you will see that it's still showing like that. So what you need to do is to come in here and give your header a fill. Although it will still be white at first. All right, why we are doing this is I want to give it a shadow. Because if I don't give this a fill and give it a shadow, you will not see the shadow here. The shadow would be hidden. All right, the shadow would be hidden. So I'm adding up a shadow. That was why I'm giving this fill. So if I close this, I hide this, you won't see the shadow anymore. So there's a need for us to have a shadow there so that we can have that. Now, once you have this shadow, this was the first thing I did. I come down to my effects. This is the shadow. I come to the effects. Now I want to make this shadow not to be too dark. I just want a little ash shadow beneath it. So let me look at what I have here. So somebody asked a question that he doesn't know how to preview his work here. So this is whenever you're doing anything here. If you want to preview your work, there's a play button. This is the play button. So this, you have to present it. So if I click on this, that is when it will not take you to where you want to preview it. And then when you're doing that, at first, it may not give you the perfect height, the perfect size. If I drag this now, I don't know if you would see, but it's not going to give you the perfect height or the perfect width. So you need to adjust it. This is the actual size, but use fit to width. That's fit width. When you click on fit width, let me just show you guys what I'm doing here. So let me just copy this for example. Let me just copy and paste this. I'm going to remove that later. Now, I've done that, right? Centralize. Now, let me go back to this part. You will see that this is not properly aligned. All right, some things are hidden here. So what you just need to do is to just come down here, options, and click on fit width. So once you click on fit width, then it now becomes aligned. All right, so that's what you want to do. So anything you're designing, as long as your playboard you've presented it, you will be able to view all the things that you've done. All right, so let's go back and implement this. So I have this now. Let me give this 80. All right, I need to change my background. It's too dark compared to what we have here. So this looks presented compared to what we have here. So we need to adjust this. So I would come down here now, come to shadows. Now I need to make changes. Now, anytime I'm making changes to my X, X means horizontal. So anything you're increasing is moving towards the right or the left hand side. For example, let me show this to us. Let me reduce this. Let me reduce this. Let me take this down. Now I want to make changes. So this is what you're looking. If I'm increasing this my F, it's going to be coming down. You'll be that it's increasing downward. Right, that's the shadow showing downward. But if I'm reducing it, my Y is taking it upward. I'm taking it upward. So it means that you can also use a negative value. So my shadow is going upward. So whatever thing you want to fit the shadow, I want it to be at the top. You need to work on the Y axis. Then the X axis means that if the shadow is going to be going towards the left or the right. So this means that where the sun is shining on your elements. If it's shining towards your face, you'll be seeing the shadow at the back. If it's shining at the side, you'll be seeing the shadow at the left hand side. Maybe it's shining at the right hand side, you'll be seeing your shadow at the left hand side. So this is where you're going to be managing that. So let me increase this. The do that is going towards the right, and then right now it's not looking very fine with the way it is like this. But then if I increase my blurry effect, you will see the difference is increasing. If I reduce this, make it lighter, I'm reducing my color. So you can see that the difference is making it a bit pleasing. And if I go to my spread makes it like spread across your elements. So you can play with all of it. I'm not going to give you the rules about this because depending on what you're doing, just make use of what you can do. All right. But then let me go back to what I have now at the top. Make this to be all right. So let me come back and change this. Make this to be 0 or 0 and make this to be 4. Then let's see what we have here. Let me reduce this. Make this to be 0. So I think it's better now with what we have here. So once you have this, then you're good to go. So the next thing you want to do is if you have a logo, you are bringing in your logo into this place. So sometimes you can just get a logo and just keep it somewhere else here. For example, let's say you have a design. Let me check if I have some logo. I'm not supposed to be showing you guys my screen here, but let me do that. Let me type Estify here. Logo. I have Estify logo here. Logo. Okay. Let's see what it's doing. Let me see if I can drag this account. Oh, I think I can do this. That's one good thing about our design. I think I can do this. There's this. So for some of you that want to, I can drag this and paste it inside here. So that's the cheat we do. So now I have a logo. I want to bring it inside. I'm taking it inside here. So it's big. I want to reduce this to 40 or 30. Now I've done that. First of all, I want to get my space, right? I want to know where it will start and where it will not. So I'm going to use my my grid system. So let me show this. I'm holding my control. I'm holding my shifts. All right, I want to get my grid layout to show. But so what I'm doing, I'm holding the control and my shift key. Then I'm going to click on 4. All right. If I click on 4, sorry, you would see that the grid system is visible. It's not visible here, but I have to create it over here. So I will come to my layout grid, click on this add button. So I can see my layout, right? Now I'm going to change this. I don't want it to be grid. I want it to be in columns. I'll select columns, right? And I want this to be 12. Always make it 12. Every of your screen is divided into 12 equal parts. Whatever thing you're doing, they've made it such a way that it is divided into 12 equal parts. So make yours to be 12. And then let's give it a margin of let's give it a margin of, let's say 80. I've given it 80. Now I want you guys to understand one thing about design, all right? People find design pleasing when there are a lot of spaces. That is why most of my design, I like giving them space. I didn't give a lot of design spaces on this point here, but I wanted you guys to just understand the concept of the grid, right? But people like their design to be spaced. That is why some platform that you open, like this one I showed us the other time, you would session, you will see that the space they gave on that particular it's a bit wide. So the recent design of today, let me see if I can look at let's see which of them should I look at. Okay, let me look at this. So you can see the way this design looks like now, right? You can see the space between this place and the same here. So most of the design you see, most of the platform you see, they always give that space. So following the new trends of design, you always need to work with your space, give your spacing. This makes the design very pleasing. All right, so you look at your spaces. I'm just using example of different platforms, right? So you may want to look at your different space, and then you should be able to give that margin on your screen. Like this one now, you can see the spaces here. So they always make your space a bit wider. So we will come down here. I'm going to make this to be starting at this edge here. So I'll drag it to this point here and be sure that they are there. So you always make use of your zoom. So my zoom, I'm holding my control key and I'm moving my cursor, the scroller, to make it move up and down to zoom in. So you can see that I can see where it's starting. I'm getting the points. So it's at that edge. And then if I come down to view it, you would see it the way it is here. All right. So that means I'm giving this space. That's where it's going to start. You can always do that. Then the next thing you want to do is to have the navigation links. So I just need to just type one thing, hold my T key, click on T. So that's my shortcut for text. Now inside, type my text. So once I type my text, I'll just put home here. So I've done the home, then I will make it to be at the middle. So the next thing I want to do is I will just create another one. I want to duplicate this now. Shortcut, hold your Alt key and drag this part. You can see that I had my Alt key. My cursor is showing through. It means I want to drag it. I want to duplicate it, which I've done. All right, now I've done that. So what I will just do, okay, before I do that, let me just undo this. The next thing I want to let me create my auto layout. So I hold my shift key and A to give me my auto layout. So I now have an auto layout. It means that this is now like a button. So if I fill it and give it a color, you will see that it's an auto layout for it, right? So let me undo that. I have an auto layout. The reason why I'm doing my auto layout is because I want all the different navigation links. They are all like buttons, right? So I want them to appear in button format. And the another thing you need to understand is that if you create an auto layout, anything I duplicate inside there, for example, if I create Ctrl D now, you will see that it will automatically give me another one directly. So because I don't want them to be in the same auto layout at first, I want each of the items to be a specific auto layout. I have to just make one of them an auto layout. Then I want to duplicate this now. So I duplicated it now, and now I want to make both of them to be the navigation link frame. So I'm going to hold this one, hold my shift key to highlight the both of them. Now shift and A to create my auto layout. So that means I can now come here, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D. So I have 5 different links. All I need to do is just to come here and change the title. Contactors. Sorry, guys. So contactors, come here, about us. Hope you guys are following what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
What did
Yes,
I
sir.
hear?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Let me see what I added there.
Yeah.
What I added there. The book right. Hold on, let me add that here. Book right. And then order. So the reason why I'm just using my own, you can change these texts the way they look to the way you want them to be, right? By coming down to change their capitalization to be about small letters, big letters. So you don't even need to stress yourself on making good use of your screen or your keyboard. Just type anything and use this your case, your letter case to adjust all of that. All right. So let me leave that. Now we have this. So the next thing we want to do is to create a button. So you can see how this is going, right? So I'm going to create another one now, text. I'm going to call this download. All right, so I'm going to have a download now. Auto layout, Shift and A. Shift and A to give my auto layout, right? Now inside this auto layout here, I want to add up my icon for my Apple and my Android Play Store. I will come down, iconify. I'm sure every one of you, sorry. So come down here, Apple, enter. Is any of them? Is this imports? Come down here, Play Store, search, import as icon, right? So once I do that, I can now close this. So I have those two. I think one of them have a very large height. Let me see. Okay, this have a very large height, 12, 512 by 1512. So I'm constraining this so that I can just change it to 25 or 20. And it will be there. I have this, I have the other one. So they are both hidden. All right, they are both hidden. So I need to make, okay, their colors are white. So let me see. This is the color F8, so you can't see that. So let me change the color to this. Now you can see it there. Let me change the other color. Change it to this, any of them. Okay, so now we have this, and you can see that this button is not fine. It's not in the right line, although they are all in the auto layout. So I just come down to this point here in the auto layout and just align it. Then they'll become well aligned. Then I can just take this particular one. I'm moving my cursor to the left. I'm moving it, it moves. Then let me give this a background color. All right, so I want to change the color to this. I'm going to change the color now to this one. I will just highlight this, hold this key, like click on it and just move it. So as the case may be, I've changed that background color to what we have here now. Then I can change my text. Every of these, I can change their colors to F. I'm not using my auto layout, my type scale. I'm just using them manually. Now I've gotten this. I can increase this text, make it semi-bold, change my, this is to change, this particular one here is to change my border radius. All right, so come down here, change my border radius to 5. And I have that. Maybe I want to give some spaces between the left side and the right side. Maybe they are too close. Let's see how it looks like on my design. So this is what we have. All right, probably this is too close to themselves. Let's get some little space around them. So sometimes the essence of coming down to look at your design is to have a feel of how it looks. All right, so let me change this to 30. All right, so I think this for me looks okay now. It's not on the right line. All right, so now when you come down here, you see what you have. So I was able to do my constraints here, my space with my grid layouts here, but I didn't do that for this for here. So I need to implement that. So hold my control shift and my 4. Now I want to drag this to be at this point here. So until it gets to that point, so it's not there, so I have to move it by 1. Let me move this particular one now. So it's now in the right line. Okay, so that's the equal space. Then centralize this. Okay, so that means I have my space. Now, what this does for you is that everything you're designing, if I'm doing any other thing, the content will be starting at this point and will be at this point. So with this, I've been able to get this particular point. Now I have this. I need to make all of these to be. I want every of these items here to be a single layout so that I can have them set well, the spaces between them to be well aligned. So I'm going to click on this, hold my shift key, click on this, selected, hold my shift key, click on this. Now I've selected all 3 of them. I'm going to do my auto layout. So once I did that, it has given me my equal space between these points here and this side here. So I've gotten that. So so I've gotten that already. Now this looks okay for me. This looks okay for me, right? Now I want to go to the next section. So with this, you're done with your header section. In less than, because I'm talking to you guys, so it's taking me a while, but in 5-10 minutes, you should have been able to complete every of these section. So once you're done with that, the next thing you want to go over to is to go to the next section, which is now the hero section. So the hero section has to do where people, like for this particular platform, this is the hero section, this side here. And it's always important that you know how to do this. This is the hero section. It's always in every landing page. Every website have a landing page. So when you come down to this first page, you want to do this particular section. You also have this, the same thing, looking at the design, still all in line. All right. Now we want to come down to do this section. Okay, let's go down. Back to my design. Hold your frame key. All right, F key, and then drag this one for the hero section. So that's what I have. The space between one thing I didn't tell of maybe why I don't know if I added that in the course. You need to also know how to do your calculations. All right, like this is 80, right? This one here is, it starts at 83. So it means that there's a space between these two, header and the other section. So at least there's a space of 3 pixels that is not there. So if I click on this now, let me change this color to 5. Now let me give this a fill. Now you can see that in my screen you are seeing a space now in between them. All right, it's not a shadow that is there, no, but there's a space in between them. That space needs to be closed in your design. So you need to understand that you need to be looking at, if I'm using this particular size and it's giving me 80 as my height, meaning that it starts at the top 0 and I have 80, the next frame I'm creating should start at 80. So I'll make this to be 80. So this is one way of doing that. Make it to be 80. That's one way of closing that. Or the next thing you need to do, if I hold, let me undo that. What you need to do, just click on this frame, hold the next, click on the other frame. Once I do that, I will have the space in between them. I will just make it to be 0, and I'm good to go. All right. So that's another way of doing that. Now I have my frame which I've created. Make it to be F. Now I want to add up the text. So type in my first text. Now in my first text, let me use one of these. The fastest way to, okay, so that will be fast. Control V. It's not big enough, so this is one of the shortcuts I use to increase my screen, my size of my text without coming here to do that. So I hold my control key, I hold my shift key, and then I hold my greater than sign key. So if I click on this, You can see that it's increasing. So that's one way you want to use to increase your like if I reduce this, that means I'm reducing it down. I'm increasing it. Okay, so you can hold Control Shift and use your greater down or your less down key to increase your size of your text. So let me take this way. So already I have this particular height now. So I don't need to start doing my I don't need to start doing, what do they call it? Opening my alt layout to get this. Hope you guys can hear me. So I need to be getting feedback so that I don't lose out.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes, we
now
can.
there's one thing you need
I
to
can hear
know.
you.
I must
Yes,
not
we can hear
always
you.
do my alt shift, alt and 4 to give me my auto layout to get to this point. As long as I've gotten this first one, the next thing I can just do is to use my this particular tool for aligning my left align, right align to get this exact one. So now I've clicked inside this. Well, let me click this one out first. So if I click this, what I want to do now is I want to get this to be in the same line with this. So I will just hold my control key, hold my shift key. The reason why I'm holding this is because I want to select the two of them. So if I select hold my control and my shift key, I will click on this. Now I've clicked on that. What I will now do is just come down here for them to align at the same point on the left side. So if I click on this, they are now in the same line. So if I zoom this, I don't need to now start using my auto layout or my grids to start getting this. Or I already have it. You get, so that's what you want to do. Hold your shift key, hold your control key, select the both of them and just align. So if I want this one now to be aligned at this end here, I will just do the same thing. Hold my shift, hold my control key, click on this text on this box here, and then come to my right align. And you can see that if they are in the same point, if I come down here and make this to be at the side, you see that they are the same line. So that's another fast way of doing this. Okay. So we have this. The next thing you want to do is to let's say I want to increase my make it to be bold, all right, because it's always bold here. So make it to be bold, which is what we have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means that my space I want to give is just within this one box here. So my next thing I want to do, if I want to add on anything on the second section, to be from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like I have from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So what I want to do now is I want to add up. I need to reduce this. If I want this to be on the same way this is. My screen is having. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. I have a feeling my system is going to handle it. All right. So now I need to use this screen size, this particular font size, because it's not the same as this. All right. So let me teach you guys one way of even inspecting to know the font size of every item here. All right. So I want to teach you guys that now. I want to right click. So in the next project you guys will be working on, you have to be reproducing the laptop. You have to be reproducing the particular platform, right? So you need to get everything right. So I want to inspect this. So this is one way of actually inspecting and getting the right size of the item. So I've inspected. Now if I come down to this place, you would see that it's highlighting every part of the system, but I want to get the exact font size, font family of these. Okay, so what you will now do is come down to the, let me take this, let me see if I can make this come down a bit. All right, now, so if I come down to the body section, this is the body. It means that it's highlighting the whole of this section here. So that means what I want to get is inside this particular div here. So I will click on this to open it. So you can see that it's even explained it, homepage hero. So this one is even well explanatory. So you just open.
Hello.
this.
Well, we're not hearing you very clearly.
Loudly hear
Yeah,
you.
we're
Your voice is
breaking.
We
breaking.
can't hear you. You're breaking, sir.
Please, yes,
I
you're
think his
breaking.
network is having issue.
Well, network is having issues.
Yeah, I think his network is having issue.
Hello.
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 Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can hear
hear
you.
you.
Yes.
You for some time.
Yeah, we
Can
can
you-
hear
Just
Yeah, I'm so sorry. My system is having there are a lot of things open right now. Okay. So this has actually explained the here section for us. So we have that. I'm opening. So I have the content side. So it has helped me to differentiate where I need to go. Open the contents. Now this is the content. This is the first one, the home page here. Now it has a class. The class is bold, home page hero dash title. So between them, I want to get the right font size. So now this is the home page.
Hello. I can't hear you again.
Yes, the reception. Still operating.
We can't hear you.
There is network issue.
I think it's
Yeah,
having network issue. We just have to hold on.
the reception is very.
It's not moving. Nothing is showing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you get pardon me, my system is somehow misbehaving. All right, so I've been able to get my font weight. The pixel, the margin means that the spaces between them. All right, but margin bottom, which is the space between this and this, that's the margin button, right? So the margin, the color, this is the color. Now this is font weight 700. So they use that particular font weight of 700. So you guys understand what 700 means, right? On your color code, on the color. We differentiated all our shapes. To define it.
Hello.
Are you there? We're no longer getting you clear, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, can you?
Yes.
All right. So I think
Yeah,
they're working.
can
Let
you?
me
Yes.
let me share my screen now. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
You
I
can see my
see your
screen.
screen.
All right. So I'm trying to explain something to you guys here now. So I've been able to get hold of this particular item here and the size and everything. So here the size here is 3 EM. That's the font size. So what 3 EM means is that it's multiplying the exact font size by 3. So if the default font size, let me look at for the default font size. Let me see in pixel. Sorry guys, this is the main home page. The font size, if I will get that, although this sometimes it takes a while to get sorted. Home page, bro. That's my home page container. Let's see that. So this is CSX, all right. So you may not understand that too much, but just I'm just inspecting my screen. Okay, I'm not getting that here. But what 3 EM means here is that it's 3 times the normal the width, the font size. So if the font size, the regular font size is 16 pixel, that means this is going to be 3 times 16. That is what you see as 3 EM. So that means the font size that is here will become 3 times 16. All right. So if their font size is 14, the regular font size is 14 pixel. So it's going to be 3 times 14. That's what you are getting as font size as 3 EM. Then this line height, 1.375. So it's the same thing that you have on your screen here, where you want to increase this. So then is that one is in is more like the default. The default is auto. So you're increasing it by 1.3. So if you're having, maybe this is supposed to be in percentage, for now you're getting this line, so you just have to increase it by do your calculation to increase that. Okay. So you were able to manage to get all of that when you're doing your exact design. So I've just taught you how to inspect, and for every of the section you'll be getting them. All right. Please let's mute our mic. So you'll be getting their font size and all of that there. So for every of that styles, you should be getting that. So let's just move on. Let me not spend so much time explaining that. So I've got to this first side. Now I want to create another one for my. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So so what I want to put my other font, the other one. Let me close this and copy this. Okay. Coach. Just close my. Okay, so come down here, T, and I'm pasting this now. So once I paste this, although it's taking my default because of I just added that here. So it's taking my default, change this to 500. So I want to change the font size now. Change this to 16 as my regular, change this to auto. They come down. Then I hope you guys know what I'm doing in this point here. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I believe you guys know what I'm doing there. So I have this. Is it the same way it was here? Okay, yeah. That's it. Now I have this now. I may want to change the color. This should be bigger. Based on hierarchy, this should have a bolder color compared to this. All right, so based on hierarchy. Now, although you guys know that I have my type scale I've already created for this, so I don't want to just go down to my type scale. So if you don't know how to create your type scale, so anything you want to do on your type scale, if I'm creating, I want to get different colors, different font size, different font weights, or the width of my text. I need to create all of those things. So to create your font weight now, you just come down here. So this is your text. You click on this, then you can now make this to be a particular font style or a text style. All right. So if I add this, and I'm going to make this to be my let me just say live bold text. Let me say live bold text. Okay, so that means anything I want to do, I'll make it to the live bold text. So this is the changes. This is what I want to do. So for every other section, as long as I'm going to be using this kind of text, I don't need to start styling it from here. I just add it up from here. So even if I want to change this one now to become this, all I just need to do is come down here, click on this my style icon here, and come down to this, and I will have that. All right. So I just created that. Now let me change this to my regular. I think I have a regular there, desktop regular. I don't want the, okay, I want it to be like this. Now I want to change my color to this. Okay, I'm not using my default color, okay? I'm just using this particular one. Let's see what we have here. It's gonna load up. Okay, we have that now. Now the next thing I want to create is to create my button. Okay, to create my button. So you can see how it's very easy to do all of this. I'm talking to you guys, so it's taking me a while to do that. So then let me use get started. Get started for free. That's one. And then let me auto layout, shift and A. Create my auto layout. Give this a background color of this. So let me just change my background color for this. So give me the same as this. So not that. I want my fill. Change this to this. All right. Then change my text to white. All right. So let's see what we have here. So it's moving gradually, right? I'm getting the right thing. So in my auto layout, increase this to 30 or 20. Then give my border radius 5. So I'm getting that already. So I'm getting that already. So I have these two. Space should be 10. Between them should be 10. While the space between these two, I'm giving it to be 50, so that there will be spaces between them. All right. So this looks okay. Now I want to duplicate this. Alt key. So the next one that will be here will be my download. All right, that's my download. Then let me add up these two icons. I want to just duplicate them. All right, then drag them into this box here, and I'll have all of that. So come down here, and I get what I want here. So I have my two buttons. So it's as simple as that. So we've gotten our first section of our page. So this should not be moving. The header should not be moving. So how do I get that? Go down to my prototype. Come to prototype. I want to make my header to be fixed. Scroll with parents, no scrolling. Fixed. Stay in one place. Right? Now it's no longer going to move. So we have all of that. So the next thing we want to do is to get our image. So if I have your image ready, just like I have it here, you just get your image, drag it. Now I can just put my image inside here now, and I have that image. So you can see that I have all of this. Let me look it this way. Sorry guys, hold on.
Please, where did you get the image from?
So this image was gotten from here. I just duplicated it, right? I only duplicated this image and I dragged it out. So I can Control C and paste, or held my hotkey,
I
drag it
think
out.
what he's trying to ask is where exactly, I mean, the origin of the image.
Okay, where I got this image? Okay, so
Yeah.
I got this image from the platform called Ondor. So this is Ondor, a platform where you can go and get this kind of animated images. So it's called ondor.co. So when you come down to ondor.co, you can search for anything. This is where it will come, and it's a free platform. Everything you're getting there, they are all free. All right. So you go there, click on browse now. When you come to browse now, you will see lots of images that you can use. They are all there. So depending on the category you are, you find yourself. If I come to search, I can just search for finance. So if you are in the fintech, you will see different things on finance, money, front card, all of those things are there. You can just click on the one you want and download SVG, not PNG. Download SVG always. All right. The reason why you're downloading the SVG is because you need to be able to change the color. Just like this particular one now here, I can change the color for this particular item from red to, let's change to purple. So I can make changes to that. So if you download it in PNG, you won't be able to do these changes. So always download it in your in SVG. All right. So that's when you get it. So I come download, it just downloads for me. Save it. So I've saved that, right? Come to my first. I can just drag it inside, and I have it inside. So that's how you're going to import your image. You can see that it's there. Hope that's clear.
Yeah, I think that's clear.
So,
All right.
sorry, please, how do we remove the line that's under the image? How do we remove it? Because to me, it's not.
I want to move under this image.
Yes, it's not looking like.
It's an item. It's an item. It's an item there. This one, right?
Yes, exactly.
Close it. It's out. Delete it. It's out.
Okay.
So SVG, anything you download on SVG, all right. What it means is that you are doing more like you're really designing this thing with your Figma tool. So that's one thing that makes Figma to be very good. It's a vector shape. It creates a vector shape. So everything you're doing can be styled, can be restyled. All right. You can change the type. You can change the color. Everything there. You can even remove this one if you want to take it out. Okay, so it's something that if you know how to do drawing, you should be able to do different kind of drawing on your with your Figma. So that's it. So I've printed that, so I have this already. So I think this is okay. So we are done with the first section. As the case may be, we are done with the first section. So knowing how to do your design, having your design concept in your head is good enough. All right, and then knowing how to work with all of them, know where to place them, how to do them, it will make your work faster. All right, but what you just need to know how to do is to be able to compare what you're doing with other people's platform, and then you're good to go. All right. Then another thing you need to know is that don't allow these two to have the same color. They will fight themselves in terms of which one is more important to the other. So they will fight themselves. So what do you want people to do first when they come on the website? Is it to download or to get started? Of course, we know that what people want you to do first on this platform is to get started and not necessarily to download. Download is an option, but the first thing is to sign up. So you need to make sure that this particular button here is not competing with this in terms of hierarchy. So this is the most important compared to this. So you need to change this particular button so that it should not be contains like this, but rather you make it to be make the color to be changed at the edge. So what I will now do is come create a stroke, creating a stroke, then change this color to give me this color. Right now, I've done that. Now I need to close this. So once I close that, my content inside, they all have the same color of white. So I'm changing them to this. So with this now, I think it becomes better compared to the way it was before. So this means that you're trying to make this particular one not to compete with this. This is the most important. This is just a call to action that you can still do. All right. Then the space between them is important. I need them to be 30. I want them to be 20. So just like that, I'm able to create that. You can still make them to be a auto layout, so you can always style them in between them. So we've gotten that. That's exactly what you're doing there. And then the next thing you want to do is to create the second section, which is what our customers are saying. All right, so I'm going to just do this one and then I'll go to the footer for time's sake. But just get the picture, create a frame, create your new frame. 140, that's good. The space between these two is 11. Close it. Now I've done that. So what I want to now get is for me to get this, what our customers are saying, and all of this item here. So I'm going to do that here, and then I will just show us how to create this form. And then there's something you need to understand. Whenever you're doing your design, I will always be emphasizing that. Always look at colors. Always look at your item. Don't ever make your item to be shrinked. When I mean shrinked, like see the way this is now. Right now, let's assume I want to increase this. So let me even do this. Okay, let me move this now. You can see that this image is shrinked. You should be able to know that this is not pleasing in the eye. So I saw that some of your design, you want to make your icons to be big and all of that, but they are not consistent. So you need to make your design to be consistent, especially when it comes to the height and the width. So whenever you want to increase any of your item or your icons, because people make mistake with that a lot when they are doing their design, and those are the things that people look at to know that you're a good designer. When you pay attention to some of those things as detail. So all you need to just do, don't make sure whenever you want to do your design, make sure that it is not shrinked. They are, if instead of that, just use your K tool to increase it so that they don't shrink. Or better still, just come down here, clip your concept, and then make your changes there, 20 from here, and it will be reduced. Like this one now is 17.5. You click inside to know the height. So with that, you will have a consistent space between your item. They will not be shrinked. So if you're doing your design, even your images too, you need to look at it too. This image could be shrinked if I drag it like this. Okay, this is in K. If it's not in K, if I drag this in now, you will see that it is shrinking. You will not notice, but it's actually shrinking. Let me take this out. Because this particular thing is actually inside the frame. Let me take it out of the frame, for example. So okay, let me use my logo, for example, as a good explanation for this. Let me use this logo as a good explanation. Ctrl Z. Let me copy this now. Now, if I'm increasing this particular image, okay, let's see. Okay, the good thing about this is that it's even giving me it's even increasing it for me. But sometimes when you're doing your image, let me use okay, let me create an image. Yeah, rectangle. Let me create an image. The one thing that these guys will do for me, Figma will do for me, is that it's not going to distort the size of my image. That's the good thing about Figma. It's not going to distort the size of my image. It's going to just make them somehow constraints. Let me see. I am happy. Let me use this one. Okay, I have it now. So sometimes this may be shrinked. This may be shrink, but I think Figma does not allow you to shrink this, but rather it's only hiding those items. But some of you, your design, if you look at the image you have, excuse me, if you look at the image you have, make sure that they are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So make sure that these images are well aligned. They should not be shrink whatsoever. Okay, that will make your design to be fine. All right, let's move on, please. I'm just trying to digress a little to explain some things to us. Undo all of these and get back what I have. All right, so I have my next section now. The next thing I want to do is to create my text.
For each of these section.
Yes.
For each of these section, is there do we have a standard height for each of the devices?
No. You don't have it. You don't have a specific height, but you have a specific width. All right. So there's no height depending on your content inside. But what you just need to know is to know that okay, the spaces between I didn't do that for this. The space between the point here and your text, and the space between this and this text and the end point, which is the button, should be consistent somehow. But when you're doing this particular design, there's one thing you still need to consider too, is the colors between them. So for example, if I have this now, let's say I'm giving this to become changes color to, let's give it a feel, and let's make it to be this, for example. Or let me do something new for us so that we'll appreciate what we're doing here. Some of you may be asking how to make that happen. I didn't show you guys how to do that, but thank God for this meeting. So what I want to do now, I want to create a gradient. I don't know if I've done that for you guys before now, but let me create a gradient for you. So all those gradients, you see that is fine. Some places are white, some places are ash. So I want to create that for us here. So this is how I'm doing that. So I create a rectangle inside my frame. I want to get a more like a very nice background, not to be plain like the way it is like this. I don't want it to be plain. I want it to have a nice view. So I'm going to create a rectangle. After creating my rectangle, I will create a circle. So that's orbit. That's my ellipse. Click on my ellipse, which is O. Type my O. Just click on inside. So once I do that, let me increase this to 400. Yes, I will let me duplicate this. Duplicate this. The reason why you're seeing all of this that you're not seeing any difference is because they have the same color. Let me change this to F. So you will see the other ones. So I'm doing the wrong one. So let me change this one to F. So you will see these colors there inside. So now what I want to do now, I want to have my background color to have a shade and not just plain. So I'm going to take this, my frame, take it upward. So that means these other ones, they are hidden inside, right? But they are there in the frame, but they are hidden inside. So what I'm going to do now, you guys should pay attention to what I'm doing. This is something that I didn't teach. I didn't teach you guys there on the course, but you're getting it here. All right, now I'm coming down to make some changes to my rectangle. So I'll come down to effects. All right, now I'm in the effects. Let me charge my laptop. Oh. Okay, so there's lights here. Okay, it's charging. Now in the effects, I'm going to change this effect from drop to background blur. So watch background blur. Now I'm going to reduce my opacity of my color of my rectangle. I'm reducing them. So you can see that you're seeing a bit of the shadow of the rectangular right? You can see it, right? And make it to be yeah, 19 or 20. Now I need to increase this, the blur. I need to increase it to, let's say, as I'm increasing it, you won't be seeing them, but then the effects on that background, you will be seeing it. So while I'm doing this, you are seeing some new effects on my screen, right? Let me make this to be 500. So now if I come down here, you will see that it's no longer white. So you have a little shade. So if I come down and I'm dragging this, you will see that there are some changes to my colors, right? So this gives you your effect. So if I want to change that background to something different, I will come down to this, drag it up a little here, change my color to, let's say, this. Come down here, change the color to, let's say, the same thing. So I can just come down here and probably still, let me come down to my white, to my rectangle, so that you can just make, sorry guys. Let me see if I can increase my blurry so that it gives me that nice look. So sometimes you just check your stuff you're working on. So this gives you some of the nice background that you can do. So this one way of doing this. Apart from the other part I showed you guys when you're changing the colors to your different types of you want to do some colors to your boxes. I showed you how to change from come down to this point here, from solid to radial to linear, all of that. You can still get that, but this is a simplified way of doing it, all right? So that you get the exact color. So in case you want to do this, I will leave it like this to give this your nice a nice frame. So let's move on to the.
Sir, can you use this effect to use it on another frame?
Can I use what effect?
Can you save this effect to use it on another frame?
The only thing you just need to do to use it on another frame, right, is just come down. You won't be able to save the effects, right? All you just need to do is just come down and copy this, Ctrl C, right, onto this frame, right? I'm going to paste it inside this particular frame now. If I paste it, then are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So on this particular frame, I'm going to take it down. I'm going to take it down to the last to this end here. Then
Okay, okay,
so you have it there, right?
okay.
So that's what you should do. So let me even keep it like this. Let me keep it a bit simple.
I'll
My
sit in your
my
head.
my laptop is misbehaving right now. I hope you guys can see me. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry guys, my laptop is actually misbehaving. All right, so let me change this color to let me remove all of this. All right, so but if you're trying to do something like this, I think you should also make the effect to be both on the header too. All right, so that it's not going to look like this. Like this is fine when you are hovering around it, but at first when you come to this landing page, you may want to see something. Let me even just copy and paste that in here and put it downward. Let's see. Oops. Sorry guys. Where's my header? Where did it stop? Okay. Close this. Okay. So with this, I should have something a bit better. So that means if I close this the header, sorry. Oh god.
Sorry, how do
Can
you,
you guys hear me?
sorry, sir. You drag it above the header or
I
how
already
do
copied. Yes. So I already copied this item already. I already copied them, so it has already been there as my copied file. So every time I paste it to appear, so I just pasted it inside here again. This the one for the header section. I only just pasted it. Do you get? So let me close this. So with this, the design looks fine for me, like this. So
Like
just
how,
make it.
sir?
Can you hear me?
No, like how did you paste it? Like how did you bring the shades upward?
All right. So this, can you guys see me? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Sorry guys, my laptop is messing me up right now, but it's all good. I will try to continue. So I'm copying these three items. Do you get? So I'm right click, copy, the normal way you copied something. So before then, I already copied this thing here. So this one here, it wasn't there. I'm deleting that. So that has already been copied. So what I just did, I just came to the header section. Since I know I've already copied this gradient that I've created, I just pasted Control V.
Oh,
It's now inside my header section. So what I will just do now, this is my frame, is hidden. I'll just take it up and you have that. So that was what I
okay.
did.
All right, sir.
Do you get what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank
So
you.
we have all of these. My
So which
laptop is
software do
right
you
now.
use to bring the header up?
I didn't get that. Can you please repeat your question?
I said, which keyboard key do you use to bring the header up? The letters and all that section.
No, I just drag it. I didn't use.
You click
I didn't
on
use.
some.
I didn't use any keyboard key. Yeah, I didn't use the keyboard key. So in Figma, any item you're adding up, as you're creating it, as you're adding them up, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay,
can hear
so
you, sir.
anything you're creating always shows at the top. So it's not like you are putting something on top of a frame, on top of something, on top of something, just like you're adding things to a particular item. So every of them you're seeing here, this one I'm adding here means that it's ahead of
Okay.
this. So if I place them together in the same place, this one will be at the top. So this was beneath these, right? So because it was believed that it was hidden. Oh, I've already put it somewhere where it's not supposed to be. So because of that, it is hidden. Oh,
Sorry, can we equally bring it to front?
yes, yes. You can right click. You can right click it, and then bring to front. So another short, yeah, of course, I forgot. Another shortcut key to use is to use your Let me on my, where's my screen? It's not there anymore. On screen keyboard. So another thing to do, I would have even said that escape my mind, is to use this your braces here. All right, use this your braces here, and just click on it. If I click this backward one here, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so
Yes, you
this,
can see your
this is the
screen.
one I'm using now. So if I click this, it will take it backward. It means that it will hide it. Sorry, my device is messing me up. Oh, oh, let me see. It just starts. Take to the back, take to the back, take to the back, take to the back. It's not moving.
Ebi ń pa èmi gan bí wèrè mo ti jókòó.
Okay.
Lọ wá nǹkan jẹ
Hold
náà.
on, please. Let me refresh this my page. The network will be responsible for that.
Mo ní bíbí wèrè.
I hope you guys are following what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi,
sir.
brother. Hi, brother.
It's not moving.
So, sorry, please, Reverend, please, can you make a video of this gradient? Because right now it's looking as if I understand, but if I want to start practicing, I know I have a lot to do. So I don't know if you can just include this, just make a video of this gradient and then add it to the course so that I can watch over again and then while practicing it.
All right.
So that
Okay. No problem. I'll find the time to do that for you. But this particular call is on record. Please excuse me. This particular call is on record. So you all will have the record of this, just like you had the other one.
okay.
That's
So you can always watch it here.
All right. Then.
So let's move on. Let's move. I think we spent so much time. For those of you that are having issues with this, so let's go to the next text.
Okay.
Welcome to. Let me just reproduce. Let me just do this particular one here. So let me just do. Which one should I do here? Okay, let me work. Let me do this. Right. This will be okay, right? Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
All right. So. Okay. So I have how Okta powers business. That's my first. So for consistency's sake, I don't know if I should close this and open it again because it's really making my work hard for me. And I don't want to restart my device right now. So if some of you, any of you that is facing such kind of what my system is facing now, I have not slept. My system has not gone off for over 3 or 4 days now. So that's affecting what I'm doing now. Okay, so in the case where you have this, can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
So in the case
Go
where you
ahead.
have this kind of issue, just restart your laptop or put it off for a while because Figma takes a lot of CPU space. All right, so let me come down and paste this, Ctrl V. Now for consistency's sake, I'm going to be using this same item. All right, the same font size for consistency's sake. That's why it's always good to have your type scale available. So I'm going to come down here and select this and change it to sorry guys, my laptop is behaving. All right, so I'm changing it to this now. Okay, so drag this a bit. Okay, let's see how it is here. It's just one page, so I'm going to reduce it. a little. This looks bigger, so I'm going to reduce that. So I'm going to use my H1. Sorry, I'm going to use my H1. My H1 text instead of this. Use H1. Let's see. Then increase this a little. All right. Let's see what we have here. I'll work that. Okay. Then shift click on this. Get in my frame. So now this must be in the same edge. So let's use let me make it to be 100. Okay, now changing the color, coming down to use a particular color for consistency's sake. Let me make use of this color here. All right, so I'm making use of this color. So once I'm done with that, let's see what we have. So it has given me this. So let's use Opera's color. Let's use their color, F12, for inspecting that. Yeah, my body text, main, products, use cases, container. Yeah, this is what I want. Home page use case. Home page use case. Okay, color is collecting the same font color with the header. So let me use
So
this.
can we use the color finder?
Yeah, we can use the color finder. Right, quite alright, but I want to check something here. I'm using the archaic key to find this, right? Okay, let me follow your path, but it may not be exact. Let's see. Okay, let me use my color finder. Get it. Let me just use this. All right, so let me remove this and put it back. Then okay, now let me save this and call it what? Sorry. Let me come down here and save this and call it brand Okra brand. So that's a bit safe. So let me just save this one that way. Let me see, come down. Sorry. Take this, change this to the Okra brand, which is this. So are you guys with me?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
we are with you.
Yes, we are with you.
I see your screen here.
Another one. Get this. My system is
Yes,
messing
sir.
up. So
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, we can.
all right. Thank you. Is that change the font size. Control V. It's not pasting. I think I'll have to restart my laptop. I wouldn't want us to stay on this call. We spend so much time. So what I would do is I'm going to have another live session with us probably next weekend. Or
Okay,
I
sir.
don't know. I'm going to have another live session with us next weekend. But the concept I wanted you guys to,
Okay,
what I
sir.
want you guys to have is I want you guys to know how to work with your frames and how to place your item. That's the whole essence of what I'm doing here. Getting the concept of my system, this particular page that is hanging. So what I want you guys to do for me, or what I wanted you guys to get is I wanted you guys to just understand how to place your item, your elements, know how to so that they don't shrink and they don't go out of line. So because the end point of all your design is that they will be within the same line, the same space, and all of that. So that's the whole beauty of your design. Let me just share my screen. Let's even look at let's analyze one of the one of the platform, right? This one we are actually working with. So now this is this part. Hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now look at what we
You can see your screen.
have here. So
Can see it.
every every of the first thing you should consider is that every of these items started from this point. So I'm going to be dragging my screen. I'm going to be scrolling now. You will see that almost all the items are on the same points. Every of the items are on the same point. Almost every of the items are on the same point. Now that's the first consistency and spacing. Okay. Now another thing you should not be looking out for is that as some of them they made some adjustments based on it's almost to the end of this item. But then every text content started from this point here. So the reason why they took this particular break is because they wanted to project this particular image for them to see it. If they reduce it to start at this point, it will be a bit small. But then they also made something there to give it a nice outlook. So they actually made use of the background shadow color, right? So this makes the work the item there, the image to be presentable to your face. So there's no specific must follow guides or rule that you must always follow. That's where the creativity comes in. So it may look like this, but then you want to do something creative. You can do whatever thing you want to do. Just be very creative in your thinking and say, okay, this is fine. If it's presented, you can push it out. All right. So right now, as I'm scrolling down, what you need to always see how this plays out. Let's say any of them that have shadow. Not it might not be on this page, but other pages you will have something that has. Let's see. I'm just going through the system, right? Just going through the system. But let's just move on from now. So this is consistent. The space between this is consistent for the others. So for anywhere they are having description, it's using the same font, the same font space, the line height, the font weight, the font size, and everything there. So that's where the consistency comes in. So when you're doing your design, all always have that in mind. The space between this, let's say the space between this and this, the space between these two, guys, forgive me.
Okay.
I can't hear you, Mr. Velvet. I can't hear anything. Um, is it mute or is it network?
I can't all hear him.
We can't hear him anymore.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
the
He
mic
said
is
he
not
wants to
working. My
leave and
phone
join
is
again.
moving.
You're not alone.
He said he's going to talk later.
He mentioned it's not you.
Okay, he's restarting. Someone said so.
Guys, hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So I think my device is really fighting everything here. So let me just turn off everything I have, so that I will just be focused on this. Okay, so let me just be working with you. I think the Google Chrome is what is affecting this my laptop right now. I hope you guys know that Google Chrome takes a lot of space on your device. When you're working
Yeah.
with your Google Chrome, it takes lots of space. That's what takes most of your CPU space. So whenever you're using it, avoid opening so many tabs like this, especially when you're not using my kind of laptop. All right. Why my laptop could accommodate this is because of my laptop space and all of that. All right. But if you're using something smaller than what I have, like your RAM is like 8 or 4 gig, avoid opening all of these tabs here. It will make your system slow. I think this will be better now. Let me share
But
my
is it
screen. Oh,
better with Moderna
I'm explaining to you. And my screen is not shared. Imagine. Sorry, guys. So what I was saying. Hope you guys can see my screen now.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, you guys should avoid so many so many spaces, so many spaces. I'm coming. So many tabs on your like this
Laptop.
on your Google Chrome. So at least open 2, 3 when you want to do your design. Open just 2. All right, because if you do that, it may have lots of issues hanging and all of that. Okay. All right, guys. Someone wants to join in. So let's move on so that we can end it up. So the space between this and this almost look as a space between this and this. So that's where they are looking at their consistency. Their consistency. This particular platform is very simple. It's fine. So the UI UX designer that did this actually did a good job. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
let me show. Now let me show
Yeah.
you another. Let me show you another platform. I want you guys to okay, hide this. Oh, what's the name of that platform? Wobis. I want. Why is this not hide this? Sorry, guys. Let me open. My computer. Wherever's code. Thank you for me. Okay, I want to show you guys a particular. It's a nice. They are doing well, but I don't think I'm cool with their design. So you all should know exactly. This is the platform, right? So it's still loading. So this is a simple platform to do your create a website. Okay, sorry, I think I'm in the. So this is the web. This is the platform. Are you seeing these designs? Are you comfortable with it?
I can't hear anything. No.
is your network or we can hear.
Not at all.
Okay, thank you. So see the design. That's one thing I told you guys concerning these foreign guys, right? They don't care about design. They just want
I
something that is
remember.
very simple. Yeah, right. You've seen it, but they
Too
don't. They
much,
don't.
too much gradient and then
Yeah.
the type is not consistent.
Mhm. So you're saying they don't care. That's the worst part. And this particular platform you're seeing, this is the number of people that visit this platform per day. This is the number of visitors they have per day.
Wow.
That's the minimum of people that visit this website per day. So you see that they don't really care as long as they are giving their value, right? But see this platform. This is the Nigerian platform I'm telling you guys about, right? See, this one is one of it. One of the platforms. This one is another of Nigerian platform. Are you seeing how mad and how fine these designs are?
The difference is clear.
The difference is clear, right? So that is why most of the time when these guys are looking out for designers, they are coming over to this place because we want to give them something amazing, right? Consistency
Yes.
here is mad. So that's how I will tell you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys don't worry about being a very good designer. Okay, Just be a designer that can deliver on time, and then make sure your consistency is there. Your consistency is there. In as much as this particular platform is not too fine, I can see some level of consistency. All right. So I would have asked you guys to do something like this, to design something like this, but it's going to take your time a lot. But let's move on. Let's just move on. All right. Somebody wanted to ask a question over there. So, once you guys should just understand this, being able to give people these amazing kind of consistent designs. When you're able to do those kind of designs, your work will always be fine. And when you are doing your design, look at your work and criticize your work. Before you even share your work to anybody, look at every of the content, every of the elements. I hope you guys know what I call the elements, right? Every of this item here, they are all called elements, right? This is handy.
Yes.
So they are all called elements. So every element you put on your that is visible to your face, check out those designs. Check out those designs and be sure that okay, this thing that they are doing, this thing I'm doing is presentable, is fine. All right. When you will look at it very well, you will know yourself that you have done something good. And please, whatever thing you do, don't tell yourself that you are not good at this.
Yeah.
Right? Don't tell yourself that you are not good at this. Everybody is good in their way. You may not be as
Yes, sir.
perfect as you can be as at now. All right. You may not be as fast as I am because I've been doing this for a very long time. All right. I've been doing it for a very long time. So you may not be as good as I am or as fast as some of your colleagues, but it's not about who does it faster. It's about who does it diligently, who knows what he or she is doing. Okay. So that's why I will tell you guys, take your time. Go through those videos, watch them. There's YouTube everywhere. If I show you guys my YouTube, I don't want to open everything. Everything I'm just looking at is to make sure that I learn a lot. I go as far. Some things I will teach you guys. Even I've created this whole course before, but for you guys, I have to recreate these courses again. So sometimes I just recreate. Things change. Things change. You guys were talking with Daniel. He said something with that there was something that he didn't know that was even there, and he spoke with one of his product. I'm actually the product manager I was talking about. So Figma updated their stuff recently, right? And there was one particular feature that if I'm scrolling item, I can make it stick to the design. So he's actually working on one of our products, mobile application. He's actually doing the design. So I have to tell him that he can actually do that when you are presenting it. So because I knew that particular feature was there because I knew I was trying to update myself on some of the courses I want to teach you guys. That was when I noticed that, and that was a recent development. So we don't take our time to go and start reading Figma documentation of any new updates and that. We don't have that time. But when we are practicing, when we go online, go to YouTube, go to other platforms, we will be better. I'm teaching you guys the basics. In as much as I'm teaching you guys the basics, those are the things you need to be a designer, right? A good designer. But for you to become that extra, become that I'm going above my instructor to get something nice. Like I saw somebody posted a video of his design and there was animation moving. Either he used a plugin or he used another thing to make that thing work. That is showing me that you guys are even moving ahead. I've not gotten to prototyping yet. I've not gotten to some of those things yet. But I'm seeing that the passion is there. There's one of you that always send me WhatsApp messages every time. And whenever she's sending me WhatsApp messages, she's improving. She's improving. That's giving me the joy I want. So I will send you guys my LinkedIn profile. You guys should connect with me. I will connect with you. What I want to be doing now on my LinkedIn profile is I want to be sharing your work. I want to be sharing your work. So anybody that posts anything for me, just know that I'll be sharing it on my LinkedIn profile. Every one of you. So any design you do, send to me. Any design you do, send to me. If possible, you can put it on LinkedIn, tag me. All right, that's fine. I will be glad to share it to my connections, to other people that I'll be talking to. I'll be glad to share it. It's the journey, right? At the end of this whole course, I want you guys this is our first month, right? We have 1 month to go for me to start giving you guys some job to do. I'm talking
Ooh.
about pay. All right, some jobs for you guys to do. So this is 1 month, another 1 month to go, and I'll be sending some jobs for you guys to start working on. All right, so you guys can at least at that point, even if it's a small, it's Nigeria, right? It's the starting point, right? You're growing your portfolio, right? Even if it's the small 10,000 naira per page, 20,000 naira per page, 5,000 naira, or whichever amount that will be given to you for you to work on, it's fine. Or whichever deal that we'll be working with, or maybe if you do the design, somebody use it to pay you and all of that, it's fine. The end point is by the end of these 2 weeks, this next month that we are coming in, by tomorrow, I'll be dropping all for every one of you, I will be dropping your links to your projects. Start going there to study them. All right. I will open the module, this same module 3, the mobile. I will open this for you guys today. After this course, I will just add it up for you guys to access. You can see that in the design that I did here, I've already done the mobile, right?
I think
So
before.
Please, I have a question about this mobile version that you converted. Did you convert the desktop mode directly to the mobile, or you
I will design
design
it.
the mobile as fresh?
I will design that fresh.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so that will let you to know how to do both the desktop and mobile to maintain that same consistent stuff you have done, right? So I did the mobile. So I'll be uploading the videos, the content on this mobile. All right, so that you guys can have. I would love that I would love that after this meeting, so that you guys can have it. But next week we are starting our project proper, right? That project proper means that I'll be giving you guys your project link for you guys to start studying from tomorrow. I will drop it for you guys tomorrow, so you guys can start studying all of them that you want to work on. So my next course module I'll be dropping, I'll be doing this as if I want to do a design, a particular platform. So I showed us one of the platform I want to reproduce for us in this particular meeting, right? Is this app for mobile. For the mobile, I'll be using this app. I'll be doing everything you're seeing here. Everything you're seeing here. So everything here. So just know that if you're able to go through, just be looking at everything that you're going to be designing. So we'll be going down. That's the journey. That's what we want you guys to do.
Good up.
Being
Very
able to
nice.
being able to handle all of this. And I'm sure this might take you guys, it's going to be a lot, it's going to take a while, all right? But assimilate it. I may be very fast, but the videos will be there for you to make use of, okay? So I'll be dropping them, if possible, every day, so that you guys can be having it. As I finish doing that, I will just be dropping them for you, so you guys can just be working on them. All right, so I want to really have that real-time experience with you guys, okay? So it's this very simple design, and this is somebody that pushed that, he even did his own sketch, which is like drawing sketch. All right, so it's just the concept. People will do this one. All of this is just, let me use the word paparazzi. All right, wireframe, they're all paparazzis. These are things that some person just look at. This person is a mass designer. Forget it. It's just something that you just do the sketch and just add it up, right? So you can do your sketch and keep it and snap it and put it on your Behance channel, your Dribbles channel, or whichever one. But who gets to see it? This is somebody's work. And whenever you produce this, I will tag this person for them to see what you've done. I will tag him for you to see what you guys have done. Okay, so just know that there's a whole lot that we all will be working on. All right. So at this point, we'll meet again. But by tomorrow, I'll be dropping all your project links for every of the categories. I know I've not added some of it to your category. I'll try my best to do that today. So every one of you will be added to your categories. Mind you, no category is more important than the other. You're doing fintech today doesn't mean that you cannot do fintech or another one tomorrow. So don't allow don't even if you're in any category that you're not in, don't worry, just stay there. If you want to change, no problem.
Hello.
But can you guys hear
Hello,
me?
Mr. Sorry. Hello, Mr. Veve.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. I did start this class with you people on time. So I know I'll be following a little since you started the class. But
I don't know. I don't want to drag everybody back because we're a whole lot that are here and we have been following you. I don't know how I can know the introductory part of this class, how to get started on UI UX design. I asked the question, how do I get started? What and what do I need to get down? Because I know very soon you'll start posting out projects for us to do. I don't want to start dragging it down back. Like I said, I told you
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I
Yes,
can.
continue.
I
Yeah.
said, like I said earlier, I said I'm a starter. I don't know anything here right now. So I want to know what and what I need to get
Okay.
down so that when projects come, I will be able to follow up.
Okay. All right. So I'm surprised most of you should have been added to the learning platform. Everybody should have access to that where you guys learn. So that same place, all the courses have been added. We add these courses on a module basis, like on each module. The first introductory module explain the theoretical part. We move to the next phase, introduce us to Figma and other Figma tools and everything. We went to the third phase, understand typography, colors, and all of that. And then we started working on our design. So those videos are already there. So you can always go to your learning platform and just watch all those videos and practice. They are highly practical, all right? So and they are self-taught. So when you are watching them, you understand everything you're doing. But in a situation whereby you're learning and maybe you're lost, that is why I'm there. I'm there on Slack, I'm there on WhatsApp, I'm there on Telegram, I'm there on calls. You can call me, but you don't call me in the late hours. But you can call me anytime from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. You can call me any of this time, right? Ask me questions on WhatsApp. Anyway, I'll be available to assist you guys. All right. So the videos are
Okay, for me, I'm not on the learning platform, and also I
seriously.
don't have your contact.
That's serious. So I'm
If
doubling it here.
Good evening, sir. Myself, my
you
name is
check,
Credit. I'm not
if
on
you
the
check
learning
her mail,
platform.
Any
a
of
message
any of you
was
that
sent
have
to
issues
us
now.
through
Yeah,
I didn't
our
even know that
mails.
the classes have even started. Like,
started the month again.
I didn't know. I was not. I'm not on the learning platform. Even though I received the first email since then, I've not received any other mail apart from this mail.
Oh, that's serious.
Although
Anyways,
I have foundational knowledge about product design before, and that's why I'm able to even connect with what you're saying now. But I'm not in the platform. I am even surprised that you guys have gone so far.
yeah, it's fine. The nobody has lost anything. All right, nobody has lost anything as long as far as I'm concerned. The only thing you've just is just the time you started. So the videos are there. Everything everybody has watched, you will still watch them. Every meeting you guys speak, as long as you're in this meeting now, you will be joining every other meeting. Now the meetings are recorded, so you can always have access to the previous meetings that we had. So no, nothing has been lost for every one of you that is just starting recently. So the only thing you just be doing is that if you have any issue, you call out to me. I would respond. And I'm sure in the Slack channel, we have people that are currently doing very well. That's the best way. You guys should talk amongst yourself. You guys have your group. You guys should be giving yourself exercises on a daily basis. Okay, today everybody let's work on a header, let's work on landing page, let's work on hero section, let's do a dashboard. Give yourself task amongst yourself, and then you people share the link among yourself. This is what I've done. Share your prototype link. Let them see. So that okay, this is it. Then you criticize what you've done. That's how you become better. All right. So every day, try to do one design, one or two. You have a lot of things to do. See WhatsApp you are using for your mobile. We produce WhatsApp. We produce WhatsApp. Even if you are not under the social media category, do something. Do something. Always go online, check something and try to reproduce. Okay. So if you for you to bring me back, Velvet, I don't understand how you did this. Can you please tell me? Somebody asked me that question privately. How can you copy type skill? I did a video of that, put it up on YouTube, so anybody can access it. So I dropped it on the Slack channel. So people are watching it and you can make use of it, you can copy your type scale. Somebody now asked me I should do a video of this gradients, how to do it, all this on the background gradients. I will make a video of it, I'll put it up, send you guys, watch it. So anyway, anyone you can have issues, ask me a question. That question will be valid for another person, right? So I will do a video of it and I will share it with everyone for them to have access to it. All right, so that's what I will be doing in as long as this course is going. So nobody is missing out on anything, and nobody would miss out on anything. Whoever is starting now, good, go ahead. Yes, if you've gone far, kudos to you. But from next week Monday, I will up my LinkedIn profile with every one of us on the channel. Follow me up, connect with me. I will be posting what you're doing on a daily basis. Just send it to me. Send it to me either on WhatsApp or on Slack. Anywhere you want to send it to me. I will post it. But then I want to have your LinkedIn channel, your LinkedIn name. So I can also be tagging you when I'm making my posts on LinkedIn. All right. I want to share your successes to the people, to the world, to the see what we're doing. All right, guys. So for those of you that have not joined Slack, chat me up on WhatsApp. I just got my WhatsApp message. Chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll give you guys a guide. All right. I don't even have Slack on my laptop on my phone. I'm using my laptop Slack, which is what you're seeing here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so now let me just
sir.
look for questions. If you have questions right now, let me answer your questions, please. Go ahead, please. Do we have any question to so that I can?
Yes, sir, I have a question. There was the day I was practicing type scale and I typed something, but I noticed I could not increase the height of my text. I don't know why. I tried resolving it, but I didn't get any progress.
Okay, you wanted to change the height, the size of your type scale.
Yes, but
Of
it was
a
not.
particular one.
Yes, but it was not going up. It was not increasing
Okay.
and it was not going down. The height, only the height.
Did you use auto layout on it?
Yes, sir.
And that could be the reason why it's not moving. Maybe you were increasing the auto layout heights and not the text heights.
Okay.
So when you're doing it, check if the text is what you selected. Please don't drop it here. Send it to my Slack. Don't drop your LinkedIn here. If I go out, I will not get this. Drop it to my Slack. All right. So that's what you guys.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hold on, please. Let me finish up with him.
Okay.
Yeah. So hope you're cleared now.
Directly, maybe you should drop your own link for us so that we can join you.
Okay, let me share that with you. I will drop it on Slack now.
You
Mr.
can also
Velvet.
drop it on the group, WhatsApp group. So
Okay. All right, I will do that.
Please,
I will do that.
please, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Okay. I was doing like I have issues dragging. I use a mouse, but I have issues dragging. Like time when I want to move a particular element, I have issue dragging it.
Is your mouse good?
Yes.
Like very good.
No, not very good.
So sometimes it could affect. As long as you're holding your left, you're pressing your left cursor and you're on the V tool, like your drag tool.
Okay.
All right, you should be able to drag anything.
All right.
As long as you hold that thing, you should be able to drag it. All right.
All right.
Maybe I should share my screen so that if you ask any question that needs me to practice to show you, I will just do that. But hope you're clear, right?
Yes, I am, sir.
All right, no problem.
Sorry, before you do the screen presentation, please, are you assuring to get this video we had today?
It's been recorded. You can see that it's been recorded.
Yes, I know it's been recorded. How do we access it after the?
I will send it to you. I will send it to us. I will put it up on YouTube. And I think I will also upload it to our to the learning platform itself. But for those of you that want to download it, that's how I'll put it to YouTube so you can download it on YouTube and watch it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Velvet.
I have a question.
Mr. Velvet, please. Mr. Velvet, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jessica, go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Velvet, please, for recently, I find it very difficult to access Slack. I sent you messages through WhatsApp and Telegram. I don't know whether you got them.
I will check. If you are finding it difficult to access Slack, then
Yes.
just okay. No, that one is a separate case. I'll sort it out for you. Just chat me up, right?
Okay, but I will appreciate if you can be sending messages through Telegram because I've not
Yes.
permission.
It was today I was able to have access to my Telegram. I've not been active for a long time. I've been trying to access it, but one or two things when I wasn't able. But this morning I was able to. I haven't done messages here this morning, so no problem. I will. You can chat me for Telegram too. I will just.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I have a question. So my question is, when you are teaching about to make navigation bar, so how I usually design my navigation bar is I thought you start like you place the logo on the beginning of your grid, like the first line of your grid. Like I thought that's where you start and end, and everything you design goes in between it. But when you started like two line after the first line on your grid system, and your button didn't get to the end. So that was how you design. So I thought you put grid system so that whatever you are designing can start from here and end here. So that got me a bit confused.
Okay. Sorry about that. Everything works for everyone. The way you said it is an ideal way of doing it. When you're creating your grid system, right? Um, when you're creating a grid system, oh sorry, you know that on this your grid system, right? You have this margin. So if I take this margin now to let's say 160, you will see that it's going to come almost close to this point, and I can work with what we have here, with what you're saying, which is still fine. All right. But I mean, what I'm doing is I'm actually maintaining this one in a situation whereby, just like this particular image you're seeing here, it's a bit wider. Are you seeing it? Compared to what I had, if I put it to be this close, you may see that it will not be too, it will be close, too small. All right. But I wanted to have it for a little margin, just like the one you're seeing here now. A bit of closure for extra space, for extra item that needs to be expanded. All right. So, but then this is the one they are actually working with. So you could leave it your own way and increase the for your own or for your own column. You could increase this one, and you're good. So you can always start it at this edge here. It's still fine. Do you get? So like I told you, there's no specific guide. Just know where to start yours and where to end yours. Do you get?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so welcome.
Hi, Mr. Velvet. I have a
Good
question. Okay, my question is that when you are designing this particular design, and that place I said is selected on the text, that place is selected hog after doing your auto layout, and you have to click fill to contain and fill containing. I tried doing it when I was practicing. It wasn't. I mean, my text wasn't fitting in the.
Is it this part?
I'm coming. Yes. No, not this part.
Module, in the module. Yeah.
That's the fastest way to get access to when you are after typing it and you want it to
Okay. Hold shift and A. Like you want to get an auto layout, right?
Yes. No, not this one. That's
No,
the fastest way to get your.
To get which one? To get which one?
And this test here, the fastest way to access financial data, something like this. Then you now want to go to that hug after doing your auto layout, and you go to that hug and you want to put it to fit into the frame, because it wasn't like this when you typed it, it was long, and you want to go to I don't know if I
Okay,
get it.
okay. Yeah. Now I get it. Now
Shift
I
then
get.
greater than or less than.
Yes,
That's
I get. All right. So okay, you've tried it and it's not working for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me be sure. I think I remember. I think I know what you're talking about. Now let me use this as an example. All right. So let's say I have something like this. These two. It's now in auto layout, right? And let's say I come down here and I increase this, right? Still on the, let me see, let me be sure. Okay. So the thing is, there's a part where you have clip contents here. So when you clip your contents, everything will be inside that content, right?
Okay.
Everything will be, it's supposed to be inside that clip content. But let's say this is outside, it's not inside the content. So all you just need to do is to come down, click on your auto layout, clip the contents. Now when you clip the contents, this will still be hidden.
Okay.
All right, so you need to now readjust it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just it. I hope this was what you were trying to get.
I think this is second method, but the first one you did is that after doing your auto layout, and once you went in that place they have hug, you click on that drop down and there is something like feast, feast and fit containing
So
that,
I'm
and
just
it adjusted by itself.
I'm just going with what you're telling me now. All right.
Yes.
So now this the way I showed you now. Okay, let's see. Come down to this point here. Now this hub content, right? Especially when you have it in this model. All right, let's see. So this is fixed. The fixed has to do with the heights. This for here is for the left and top and the bottom, right? While this is hub contents. The hub has to do with the space between the here. Let me increase this point. This side and the downside, right? Now, this particular frame, and let me unclick this, for example. Now, if I come here, let me see fixed of contents, right? Clip. Give me a moment. So my content inside here. Okay, I think I was, and this is fixed of contents. Okay, now come down to the texts. I'll make this to be field content.
Yes.
So now,
okay.
so you can see that it's working now. All right. So what you just need to look out for is come down to this my box of contents. Okay, that's for the week. It's for contents. So give me a moment, please. So this was what you were having as an issue, right?
Yes.
So it's currently hugging the container, right? So but it has a specific height. All right. So that's for now. This is what is giving us that issue. So once you make your make your the frame, which is what the auto layout frame you've created. selected, make it to be like this, fixed and fixed at the point, so that so we hug them. All right. So what this help you to now do now? This your, let me see. This your text here coming. Let me see. Let me get something here. Let's see. It's increasing. So let me check if my text has some. Let me hold this. X. Let me make this fixed height. I make it fixed height, then it will affect. I need to increase it from here then. So that's where the problem is going to come from when the height is fixed. And then the width is also fixed. So what you're seeing here is this your height here. You need to increase it. So once you do that, it's going to be pushing that item there, and you should be seeing it. So your auto layout is working in line with your content there. It's working in line with your items. All right. So if you're doing it, know that you are going to be, if you're styling the auto layout frame, you should also find a way to style the individual text. You get, so you have to start doing for all of them too. So that's what you should be able to do to get all of that. If you make it field container, it's going to maintain the space there. The container means it's contained in the text format for the text, not necessarily affecting the auto layout itself. So the auto layout, anytime I click on the auto layout, if you're styling anything here, no, it's the auto layout you're styling. If you're in the text, anything you're styling here is the text you're styling. Anything you're doing, just remember, if I click on this, anything I'm doing here is on the text and not the auto layout. Until you select the auto layout, that's when you'll be doing your style for the auto layout. So just try it out and see if you have issues on this, try to increase. If you give it maybe a fixed height, try to increase the height. And it will be open, it will be expanding the auto layout, especially when it's on top. All right.
Okay, I think my other challenge is the field container. I don't think it's also working for me. I think that field container is is easier than the way you even showed me. Just click on field container and to just fix. I think
So
that would also.
okay, all right, that's fine. So just do your thing. All right, start all the different methods you can use. If you still have issues, let me know.
Hi,
Okay.
please, I have a question. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
Yes,
Please,
what's the standard?
sorry guys. If you know you're done and you're okay, I think you can do, so that I don't keep you here for over 3 hours. All right. But for those that want to stay, you can still, and I have questions, they can still stay behind. All right. Please go ahead, madam, with your question.
Okay. This was the standard height for the hero section.
There is no standard height.
Okay.
There is no. Let me show you. It's Flutterway's hero section. Flutterway's hero section is from here down to here. That's it. That's their own hero section, right? From this point here, right, down to this point. That's their hero section. So there's no specific height. Just be creative. So just know that you should just be creative around it. So
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Sorry, Femi, please, can you go back to that web page that you opened now?
This one.
Yes. So the issue that I'm seeing on this, what do you call it? I don't know. Maybe it's the site, but the thing is that this hero section, the what do you call it? The button where there is a call for action is not actually showing. When somebody opens the what do you call it? When somebody opens the web page, is like it's inside. You need to scroll down before you can see the button. So I think that maybe
Are you talking about your own design? Oh, you're
I'm talking
just
about
talking about
even
this
this
one.
design itself, this flutter wave design.
Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay,
That
like you
this
see the
bot
right
is
something you scroll down.
supposed to be seen by the customer immediately when they visited this page.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. What you just said now, that's it. That's the user experience we're talking about, and you just give an exact user experience situation there, and well done for that. So on a norm, this is a bad design, right? But one thing you should know is companies with they are already known, they already have the brand, they don't really care about all those things. They don't know that okay, is it fine? Is it push it out? So I feel sort of way they are trying to they are a big company, right? So they want to just let people know that okay, they don't really care. Their own is just being they don't want to follow through the norm. They want to do something outside the box and all of that. That's why maybe they do something like this. But on a norm, right, I feel although depending on your screen size, maybe when they were testing, like I just reduced my screen size and I can see it there. But in a case, that's why you need to consider every screen size when you're doing your design so that it doesn't fit out or it doesn't go out. But in this case, I think if somebody is doing a design, your button should not be hidden. At most, it should be like this. Let them see where to click something when they come for the first time. Right? So that's a good one you identified there. And in a case where you're doing your design, that's why this prototype is the best thing you should always be looking out for. And the funny thing is that if I send you the mobile, maybe I do this mobile now and put this particular form in the mobile now, and I send you this link, you'll be viewing this mobile on your phone like as if it's a website. So that's the good thing. It gives you that real time experience in your prototype. Okay. So I think you guys have a lot to use Figma to. I ever use Figma to do design. Like I design like all those flyers and all of that with Figma. And that's a bad practice, but I do it. All right, I still do it. So you guys have a lot of tools in this Figma. Learn it better. All right, so that's it, guys. Any other question? Babatunde, you have a question?
How do you say you zoom in, zoom out in your workspace?
How do you zoom in, zoom out?
Yes.
Hold your control key. Hold your control key. There are several ways of doing that. All right, there are several ways of doing that. First way, hold control key. Let me show you my on screen. Hold your control key, right? And then use your cursor, the scroller. Scroll up, it will be zooming in. Anywhere you point, that's the focus. So that's where the zoom would start from. So it's trying to show you that place that you zoom, that you're trying to where you are. You can see it. So anywhere you want to be open, for example, if I want to see this place very well, I will just come to this side here and zoom like this. I'll be able to see what I want. Then when you're moving it upward, it's going. When you're moving it downward, it's coming down. So that's the first one. Another way to do this, the reason why I'm knowing most of what the shortcut is because I type a lot and I know how to and I learned a lot of those shortcuts from my own when I was typing. So you can see hold your control key and click on the plus sign. But this one is going to take like more like a complete, it's going to move wider than the rate you want it. So if I come hold my control key at this point here, if I click on this my equal to sign or plus sign, it will make it bigger. If I use the minus sign, I'm holding my control key. So you are seeing that the control key is being held, right? And I click on this to be reducing. So that's another way of doing that. Then if you're using your mouse, if you're using your laptop, let's say your laptop mouse pad where you scroll it, where you move your hands is perfect. You just use your two finger and start dragging like I'm doing now. I wish you see my but that's what I'm doing now. You can see that That's what I'm doing. I'm not using my scroller, but my laptop. So if your laptop is very good, holding your two fingers to your mouse pad, you should be able to do all of those things like I'm doing now. So I
But you
think
think
that
two fingers with the
I'm using my
control
two
key, right?
fingers. Yes, I'm using my two. I'm not holding control key. No, no, just with
Okay.
my mouse. But then if you're holding your shift key, if I hold my shift key and I want to drag and I want to move forward, it's easier for me to be going upwards to be moving to the right hand side. I'm holding my shift key. I'm using my cursor scroller now. It's moving to the right. If I drag it down, it's moving to the left. You understand? So if you want to move, you can just do it like that. So instead of scrolling up and down without holding shift key, if I hold my shift key, it's moving left and right. All right, so that's hope you're clear.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think we've spent so much time here. Babatunde, you have a question. Your hand has been
Good
up
evening.
since. Okay, Moses, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good
Sir,
evening.
I want to ask a question that I don't know if there is any maybe like material or any probably something you can give us to learn more about typography,
Okay.
because I feel like it's something that is important for us to know, like the certain type of fonts and these things to use for certain types of designs and brands, because sometimes you might be confronted with designs that don't have a brand guide. You know,
Yeah.
maybe you want to put up a project by yourself, you just want to design something as a starter now, and you might not know the right typographies to use for a certain type of brand or for a certain type of niche. So I don't know if you have like such resource that you can share with us to be able to learn more about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Moses. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, I think it's just because I've been very busy. I would have been I think I would be doing that. So I'll be looking out for resources like maybe blogs, articles that will explain those things for you. Because of course, it's very important that you know those things, how to make it the right typography, and the kind of typography you use for specific kind of businesses. Like same thing you will use for a game app, it's not the same thing you will use for an education app. Okay, so I will look at for good articles that would, would explain all of that to you, and if possible, I'm not promising, all right, because it's going to take a lot of time for me to pull that out. Like trying to create a complete guide, user guide on product design, UI, UX, like everything you need to know. Like more like I'm creating a new book, I'm writing a book on that. I can't say that, but I could just do some get some take here, and form a particular learning material for you guys, all right? I will try my possible best to do that, but I don't know how soon that would be. For the person I will just be doing is to send you guys articles to learn more. That would be the best way for now. All right, choose about, please go ahead with your question.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Velvet. Actually, this is Mr. Boniface. I'm using my wife's device. That's why
Okay,
the name appeared there. She's about. Okay. Um. Thank you very much. We have time is fast spent, but it's quite interesting having this live session with you.
yeah.
I just wanted to know if this session is possible every Saturday. If this kind of live session is possible every Saturday for us, because I will tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting this. That's why I've hung on, because I saw it as quite helpful. You know, asking you question direct is much better than watching the video. So, is it possible for every Saturday having this with us?
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge for me, like a very serious challenge for me. All right, like I can't guarantee every Saturday because of my own tight schedule. All right, my schedule is a bit tight, and I manage a lot of things on a daily basis. So most times, that's why most of the videos I ever create them, I create them at nights, midnight, when I'm less busy. So it's really
Okay,
not easy.
uh,
But we
is it
can
possible?
look at something. All right, we
Okay.
can look at something. All right, it might get to a point I will just schedule an indefinite live class, not scheduled, not like the one we're currently doing. Like the fortnightly is compulsory, so I can just fix up a time just to explain something and ask everyone of you to join. All
Okay,
right,
but you
I'll
give
tell you
us
guys.
information ahead of time.
Yes, yes, I will.
Well ahead of time. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, Davidson, your question.
Okay, so please, I have another question to ask. Like, I don't know. It's not like a question, just like to plead. Like maybe can I, because I'm working on a sports website for a sports agency. So I
Okay.
don't know. I've been designing for like July will make it a year. I've been a UI UX designer. So I
That's
don't know
nice.
if maybe I can like maybe schedule a meeting just so that you can just just to go through what I'm learning to make sure that everything is aligned, because looking for a mentor is hard. So I mostly source materials on my own since
Oh,
a year ago. I don't know if
wow.
it's possible. So you can just help me just check it and know if it's in order.
Problem. Why am I your instructor? Share with me. All right. We'll have a meeting and we'll discuss on it together.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Please, can I join that meeting? Can I join that meeting?
Same here, same
I'm not
here.
the host. I'm not the host. You people should ask her. So she'll be the
Davidson,
one
can I
to.
join the meeting?
Same here. Can I join also?
Can I also
No
join
wahala.
David?
What will the learners
No
now
wahala.
do? We the
When
beginners. We are
Can you
not feeling
join?
when
jealous.
I create the link,
Are they going
or
to
no
pay?
wahala later.
Are they going to pay? What do they call it? Ticket fee, gate fee. I mean.
No, everybody's learning. I'm also
They
here to
are
learn.
delivered.
So
Sir, they are
no
delivered.
wahala. When but I don't know how I'll reach you guys. That's just the problem. But
Are you not on Slack?
when I get to share it, I'm on Slack. But I've not been taking this course for a month. Yeah, I've not been taking this course for a month, but I want to start now. I thought it's like all those other online courses I take, but it seems interesting, so I will just start taking it.
Okay,
So you're part
but
of the people that do.
are you on a WhatsApp group platform?
I'm on game design group.
I mean the WhatsApp. Okay. Which?
Oh, no, I'm not.
They should have WhatsApp.
Okay.
No problem, no problem. Just become active on Slack. Since you're on the Slack, when you want to have that meeting, you let them know, and then
Okay.
All right.
anybody
Okay,
that wants
thank
to
you.
participate, let them join. All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well
Thank you
done.
very much.
So meetings like this, meetings like this, right? I'm excited to join in. I want to see it's what you guys are doing that gives me my validity of what I'm doing. Like apart from my own work I do, but I'm more passionate about the growth of you guys. Your growth is what is most important to me. And like I said, there are a lot of things that I want to put you guys up to so that you guys can be getting a lot of jobs. I want to see that you guys are making money, and if possible some of you will bless my life. I will love that. All right, but I want to see you guys make money on this particular, like in this profession. There's money in it. Just know that there's money.
I want
All right, guys. Any other question? Everybody's good.
no.
Hello, please, I have a question.
Okay, question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, please. There was, I think, the last class we had, the last live session we had. A friend of mine visited, and he got interested with in the course. So I don't know. He's been asking me if there's any way he can join up. So I said I was going to confirm from you, and if there's any way, I'll just let him know.
Would it
Thank
be
you.
really? I think it can. But you should know that it's 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks. Like you need to start watching those videos from till our next live session. And by tomorrow, we are dropping all the project topics.
It's not a problem.
If you can, no problem, it's fine. You should just let me know. You should send me a message or Slack, and then I invite him to join the Slack. In fact, invite him to join Slack
Okay.
and let him chat me up on Slack. I should be able to put him through.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So if you guys have any other people that want to join the course, it's fine. All right, as long as the course is still open, and I'm still surprised. Some of you have not really even made any listen to the university. Please, I'll beg you guys. Let's try. All right. So many of you have actually well done. Okay, for some of you that have not, one or two issues may be affecting, right? But I will just feel that you try. Okay. Of course, the country is currently is very hard right now, but let's just try. Okay. Your wisdom. That's my last.
Yes,
That's my last. Victor, you want to say something?
Yes, I actually wanted to, but I've forgotten it.
All right, thank God. Thank God. Okay. Wisdom.
evening.
I think. Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Wisdom. Apologies, I just joined not too long because my phone was dead. I sent a message on the WhatsApp platform, and somebody said that the live session is still on. So I don't know how far you guys have gone or how far you've talked about, but I've done a course on UI UX for like 4 months, and I can see at least to some extent I'm a little bit good in what I do. But my challenge is my portfolio. I don't know how to create a portfolio on either by Behance or all the other platforms. So getting jobs, creating portfolios, those are my major challenges. I don't know if you've talked about that. Sorry for dragging you back, but that is my main challenge right now.
Okay. Well done, Wisdom. So we are taking this course one step at a time. So you actually missed. We had a guest with us, and he exposed some few things to everyone. All right. Talking about portfolio. When I would absolutely show you or tell you, but I want us to take this step together. Yes, you've learned the course before, but when we get to that portfolio aspect, you will be able to create it. But what I will tell you to do now, since you're already good at UI UX, start doing designs from like do a complete design project. You get something like this, for example, something like this. Yeah, this is like a complete project. You're doing a this has the first page, which is the splash screen. You have the onboarding phase, you have the sign up page, you have the landing page or the home page, you have the cart page. Now these are the journey that people want to see that you are doing them, and that means you can completely do a task. Start working on designs like this. Your portfolio is already you're already making your portfolio like that. So
I have
that's the
something
reason why we
like
ask
this
you.
on my Figma.
You have this on your Figma. Export them as images
Yes,
now and start putting them in your export them in your as a export the full, put all of them in a frame. Some of them put everything in a frame, all right, and export it as an image. Like this is a frame now.
Okay.
All right, this is the frame now. All of these things that you've done now, right? You can just create the frame and put everything in this kind of frame now. So they'll all be aligned. This is you're seeing here, right? So this one you're seeing here. They are actually it's images. So this is you're seeing here, they are images, right? You can see that they are images. If I click open image, you will see that they are images. Are you seeing that image? So they are images. It's not like it's you put everything in a particular image, in a particular frame, then export this image. You've gotten your complete. That's it. Upload that image. That's one. You get. So once you can do that, you don't have an issue. Then your profile, your link. That's why I want. If everybody send me your add me up to your contact. Let me even drop it on the WhatsApp on Slack. Let me share my link here with you guys. So that we can. I want you guys to be your Okay. I want you guys to give me your add me up to the connection. I want to view your LinkedIn profile and see where you guys will come in because your LinkedIn profile should represent. And don't mind with one. Oops, I'm sending this in the gaming. I wanted to send it in general. Okay. Who sent this design just now? This is fine. All right, guys. So please,
A follow up in that question. Wisdom just asked. Like you just explained that you should just put every design in a frame and export. Is it like creating a folder maybe in your desktop or document and then be saving the image you have exported? Then when it's time for uploading to the portfolio, you can go to folder and be bringing them out. Is that what you mean?
it's just like you have a picture in your device. So what you're doing here now, right, is you're saving all this work. I want to get a particular. Let me save this for example now. I'm saving this. All right. It will take me to where I want to save it to. Let me see design. Now I've saved it. If I open it now, right, I will see the design now. So this file, like an image, is what I would now upload in my Behance. Like this one you're seeing here now. It's an image that was just uploaded. So every design that you've done, you just be moving them like so. I have done this one just in a picture, just a small screens. Like just be adding them to it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just be adding.
Yes.
Just be adding them, add them. But while you are adding them, if you see the way this one is, it was like they are going on a journey, right? That is going on a journey, right? So I'm taking this. So you can see it's also explaining the typography you use, colors. These are the things that people see and say, yes, you can see this is the first screen you see, the onboarding is taking them on the different pages. So that's what you are going to be doing. So it's one particular image, but this was a frame that was added all these pictures from, and then he now did some things there. So all of these things, that's why sometimes you just need to go online and just check. You will see a lot of things that would inspire you on how to do yours. All right. So to answer your question, Mr. Bedligo, just do your designs separately. All right, do them separately. Then just duplicate them into one particular model frame and placing them inside that frame so that you can export all of them one, because I won't be going from one page to be viewing all of these things. I won't be going to one page to the other. But one image like this on platforms like this, one image should have all of them. But platforms like I won't say you should even send this type like this on LinkedIn. If the best you should be sending them one after the other. Like you send this one, you send this one. Like they can accommodate like 10 pictures at a time, right? So send the first 10 pictures, you go to the next one, maybe the journey. That's it. That's what you should be doing there on LinkedIn. If possible, use LinkedIn or Skillshare. If you know what is I says yeah, I think it's Skillshare, right? Yeah. What's Skillshare? LinkedIn, what do they call it again? Let me be sure. Not Skillshare. Skillshare is a platform for learning. Not Skillshare, but yeah, I think I will check it out and send to you. So LinkedIn has another platform that they use for all of those. Yeah, what do they call it? They used for for slides and slide share. Thank you. So slide share, right? So LinkedIn, you can just put those things in slide share, and you should be able to get all of those things. It's owned by LinkedIn, right? You can create your slides with this particular one, put your images, and just you can share it on your LinkedIn, and people will feel like as if it's a slider and all of that. All right, so I don't know if this is it though. I'll check it and then send you. This is not that one I was looking at. But I will say, if I said, I will share that across to you guys. All right. I think I've spent so much time. I spent more than 3 hours here.
Can you please
Yeah.
drop a link to this portfolio? This particular portfolio.
This one here, this one you're seeing here.
Yes.
Why should I do that?
Oh. Want to use it as
No,
like
what,
a
what
guide.
she mean in the chat box?
No, he said why should he?
Answer my
Thank you so
question.
much.
I'm not doing it until you answer
No,
my
we
question.
need to like we can use it as an inspiration. Those of us that want to create our portfolio. I know there are so many out there,
Go
but
and
this one
check.
looks
Go and check
oh
out
my
there.
god.
Go and check.
Right. All right.
Okay.
So, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So I think I'm good, guys. I think I can drop now.
Thank you. You have tried.
Sure.
You have tried. Thank you so
Sally,
much.
Sally, you have something to ask.
Mr. Velvet,
Ma?
please, sorry, the example, the elements you used to describe for us in class, is there a way I could practice it? I wanted to see if I could do something like that again.
The exam elements.
Like the one you designed for us from scratch.
Yes. This.
So please, is there a way I could?
Is this one we just did, or
I
the one,
could
the one I
like
did
have
in
a
class?
copy of it.
This one.
No, not yes, this
This
one.
one, right? This one here.
Yes, sir.
And I can download
Yes,
it and
sir.
send to you if you want.
All right. Thank
Like
you, sir.
you want this particular image, right? This file.
Oh, the one we did in class, sir.
Today, the one we did, this one we did today.
Yes, sir. I want to design something like this too.
Okay, I will send it to you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so you remind me later, not now. You remind me later, I'll send it to you.
All right. All right, sir. I'll remind
All
you
right,
on
you're
WhatsApp. Thank you, sir.
No problem, that's fine. All right, everyone. It's nice to see you all. So
Thank you so much. You really try. We are very happy with
Thank
what you impart to us. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you,
sir.
Mr.
Our
Velvet.
next,
We really appreciate you
our
very
next
much.
live session, I'll be inviting the front end developer. All right. So he will be telling us what we need to know, what they want from us. All right. So next one, I'll be having the front end developer to come to us. All right, guys.
Okay,
Well done,
but no
everyone.
date yet.
Next 2 Saturdays is fortnightly. Put that in your calendar. Every 2 Saturdays we meet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take
Thanks
care,
so
everyone.
much. God bless.
Bye.
Yeah, you're welcome.